Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Argos. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Kate Bernass, and you're watching the Samwell B12 experience.
Thank you so much, Kate. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's week 7. The Toronto Argonauts taking on the Montreal Alouettes, the struggling Argonauts against the top-tier Alouettes tonight. Is it going to be redemption, or are the Argos going to find themselves again in a whole heap of trouble? Injuries galore on both sides. We got returning players from week 2 and 3. Differences will be made, but we got to see how things are going to get going. It is going to be an absolute barn burner tonight. This is going to be a massive matchup, and it means the absolute world to both of these teams. The Argonauts are trying to get things back up. The Argonauts are trying to get things up and running. They are struggling. How are they going to turn around and figure things out? Well, we are going to know very soon what indeed the Argonauts are going to do. What's going on, McKinsey? How's it going? Great to see you. Billy, what's up? Welcome in, AAU Triton. Dallas, my girl, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Brendan, what's up? Alexander, hello there. Theo, Sam Eagle in the house. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Wherever you're watching, we're on so many platforms, it's hard to keep track, but welcome in and thank you for taking part and watching along some CFL action. The Argonauts and the Alouettes. One of my favorite rivalries, one of my favorite matchups, but let's talk about what's going on. Of course, getting some players back. And the Argos losing another. Hunter on his scooter going to BMO Field to get some treatment, gets hit by a car, and he is going to be out for another 6 to 8 weeks. My goodness. The Argos hopeful, the quarterback they're wanting to see come back. You all know who I'm talking about. We're not going to mention his name because we don't want to put any more curses on the poor kid. He was hopeful to come back for week 5 or week 7. Now it's looking like week 9. He says he's good to go, but the Argonauts are saying, nope, there's still a little bit of a strength issue. There's an issue with pushing back. Hey, Joshua, thank you for hitting those likes. A little issue stepping back, pushing with that back leg. So they want to make sure he's getting stronger. However, for the Alouettes, it's Davis Alexander, the quarterback extraordinaire, making his return. And this is huge news for the Alouettes, who dropped a couple of games, but he is back and looking to drive forward. Now, he has won 7 in a row. If he wins tonight, if Montreal picks up the W, he will go 8-0 to start his career, which will tie one Danny McManus and put him in the record book. So Davis Alexander looking to do big things. Talking about a McManus, the Argos get a McManus back from injury, been out since week 2. So that is a huge return for the Argonauts. They need to get it going. The Argos right now 1-5. Ouch. 1-5. Hey, Christina G, great to see you. Hope you are doing well. On the flip side, Montreal, they have dropped now to 3-3, and they were leading the East. Hamilton right there pushing at them. Hamilton has been stellar as of late, and man, they're going to really make things interesting. I think it's a two-headed horse in the East between Montreal and Hamilton. Of course, Toronto wants to get in there, wants to push it as well, but they are going to need a big game from Nick Arbuckle, and they're going to have to figure out how to run the football. Hey, Sally, how's it going? Welcome in. Go Montreal, go just for tonight, but I wish they both could lose. Joshua, that's amazing. Listen, these guys got to get going. We know Montreal is going to be all over this. They're going to be going airborne. They're going to be running the ball. They got lots to be proud of. If you're an Alouettes fan, holy smokes, you are in good shape. The Argonauts, however, they need to find their running game. This is something that's been lost. They have not been able to run the ball. And when they've tried, they have struggled struggled. So maybe tonight will be different. If they can unleash the run game, if they can get the run game going, that will open up the airways. That will allow Arbuckle to get some sweet passing in. Now, one of the issues where Toronto has certainly struggled has been on the ground, yes, but defensively. The defense has not been able to protect their own turf. They've given up a ton of touchdowns. In the air, the long bombs have been killing them. And as soon as they make an adjustment, what happens? The other teams go to the short game and they just cannot stop them. The Argonauts D has had an issue stopping the run as well. They've been getting pushed all over the place. So Toronto has a few things they need to sort out tonight. They've been waiting to get some players back from injury. They now have a couple back. Now let's see what they can do to turn the tides and pick up some W's. They were off last week. They had the bye week, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle to figure out ways to get things back up and running. They've had a lot of time to think about it. And if there's ever a time to make corrections and adjustments, it's following a bye week. So let's see how the Argonauts respond. Now, the numbers not in their favor. Of course, they are not favorites by any means. Montreal certainly is. If you're playing on the spread, it was up to 10.5 points. 10.5 points, the spread. That's not a good sign, Argonauts fans. The odd makers do not think Toronto stands a chance, but we will see. Jaden, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go Alouettes. Jaden, we'll see. They are certainly a better team on both sides of the ball, but can the Argonauts find a way of getting things done? 7 more weeks until the Argos and Ticats showdown for the Labor Day Classic. Joshua, I can't wait for the Labor Day Classic, but I don't want to think that far ahead because it means the summer will be coming to an end, but hopefully it's not there. Triton says the Toronto Argonauts called and said they want to see a floss. Triton, if the Argonauts pull out the win tonight, we will floss it up. And I'll tell you what, if the Argonauts win, whatever the spread is in points that they win by, we will add each point as a second, and we will floss for the duration of seconds between the spread. So if the Argonauts win by 30 points, we'll floss for 30 seconds. If they win by 10, we'll floss for 10 seconds. How about that? If they get it done, we will do it. And I'll tell you what, maybe now we won't. I was gonna take it one step further, but we'll save that for something else. So there it is. If the Argonauts win, whatever that spread is, we'll end the stream with a floss for the duration between the difference in points. And like I said, we are multi-streaming on so many platforms. So wherever you are watching, thanks for being here. Please do those social media things. Hit that like button for us. Tap that like button. If you're not already following, Jaden is. Thank you, Jaden, for that follow. If you're not already following, hit that follow. Make sure you hit that subscribe as well and become part of our community. Now, if you're over on the tubes and you're watching the vertical stream, there is a pinned message at the top. You can come over to the normal horizontal stream. Just wanted to let you know you have both options if you're there on the tubes side. So it is going to be a good one. Oh, Mackenzie, have an amazing time with Grandma. I hope she is doing well. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are moments away from kicking off this game and getting it underway, getting it started. And like we've been talking about, the Argonauts, they're struggling. We need Coxie to have a big game. Coxie was leading. He was leading the league in receiving yards. He's now dropped down to 4th in that aspect. Of course, having the bye week will do that. And certainly he did not have a good week the week prior in Hamilton. So he is looking to turn it around, make some stuff happen, and he's got to be the receiver there to help Arbuckle out. Arbuckle likes to use a lot of different receivers. He likes to spread the ball around, but Coxie certainly has been his number one target. Talking about a good target, Chatfield, who has joined the Argonauts defense, he's had targets put on the opposing team's quarterbacks. He leads the league with sacks, 5 sacks for Chatfield, the bright spot in the Argonauts defense. Lucky, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Go Owls, go. Lots of Owls fans coming in tonight. Jim, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Jim. Oh my goodness, all the Owls fans are coming in, and well, we need the Argos fans to come here, but welcome in, and we appreciate Owls fans for all of you joining us tonight. You will be very soon able to rub it in my face about how well the Alouettes have been playing and how the Argonauts have been struggling. So thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And we're going to have a great time tonight. Football is back. Oh, we missed last week because of that bye week, but we're happy to be back here. Al's going to win. Sam, I don't disagree with you. I don't. Jose, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're looking to bet, I would not take the Argonauts. Listen, I would love to see the Argonauts win. I really would. I want them, please. I want them to win so badly, Jose. But you know what? Montreal, I know, is the better team. They are truthfully the better team. And while they struggled a little bit, they got their guy back behind the ball. They got their QB back. It is going to be huge. The Argonauts, though, can be completely unpredictable. While they only have one win on the season, don't let that shy you away, because they can put up some points if their passing is there. And if they figure out their run game, holy smokes, they can unload. In 5 games, the Alouettes, they are 3-2, and Toronto 1-4, also through 5 games. So that will tell you something if you're looking to put down. And by the way, if you're looking to play, make sure you are playing responsibly, play within your means, and don't get carried away. Major Walker, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much, Major. I appreciate that. It is going to be a lot of fun tonight. We are going to be here, and we're going to call it down the middle. But you guys all know I'm an Argonauts fan. Don't let that discourage you. But we are going to call it down the middle. We will be fair towards both sides, and most importantly, we will not be too harsh on the officials. We will. We always are harsh on the officials. Who are we kidding, Sam? We know you. We know how you call. The officials are your number one target. What time is it? All right. We're getting set to go. It's been raining, by the way, at Molson Stadium in Montreal. It has been raining on and off. In fact, it was pouring about an hour ago. Things have seemed to dry up. The clouds are certainly parted. We got some sunshine, but who knows what is going to happen. So, Jose, we don't know just yet. We are going to find that out momentarily. So if it does start to rain, of course, as long as there's no lightning in the area, they will continue to play through it. And will the rain impact what we see on the turf? Thursday Night Football, we are here. They're going to their last commercial break, and then we're going to get some football action. Let's go, party people. It is about to get going. We know a lot of folks coming in saying the Owls are going to win. The Owls are going to win. We got some Argo fans here holding on hope, holding on, thinking the Argonauts might turn around and get this one done. That's right, Dallas. Nothing beats football in the snow. I agree with you. However, it's July, and I don't even want to think about snow at this point in time. We do not want to see the snow coming in. Got a little bit of money on Montreal to get the first touchdown. Joshua, I think that's a safe bet. That's a safe bet. Listen, I'll be honest with you. A lot of you know this from our sports betting during hockey. We are the worst. Oh, we just don't have it. Whenever we pick what you would think is a sure thing, it doesn't go our way. But I think that's a safe pick there, Joshua. I really, really do. Montreal, with their quarterback coming back, they are the better team. And of course, the Toronto's defense is weak. Talking about Toronto, Montreal, we got it going on tonight, but it's also coming up on October 8th. Sam, what's October 8th? The NHL, National Hockey League regular season kicks off with the Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Mark it in your schedules. October 8th is when they kick it off. And of course, we will be right here live for you, bringing all the Leafs action. And Joshua, that's exactly where I was going. The Leafs did make a trade about 2 hours ago or so. Dakota Joshua coming over from the Vancouver Canucks. The Maple Leafs are getting bigger and stronger, and it is going to be very interesting to see how a lot of these components fit in the lineup, but they are not messing around. And I got to tell you, Joshua, I think the Leafs have more moves up their sleeves. I really like what they are doing. They're putting themselves in a very good place. So the Argonauts hopefully can follow in their footsteps and get tough. They got to get tough. The Argonauts run, run, run. That's going to be the theme today. Run, run, run. Run, Forrest, run. That is what tonight is going to be all about for the Toronto Argonauts. For Montreal, it's return of the Mac. It's not really return of the Mac. It's the return of the Alexander, but it doesn't have the same flow. Davis Alexander making his return tonight for Montreal, and he is going to put this ball in the air. He is going to get things done. And we are moments away. Like I said, they're on their last commercial break. They're going to return, and we're going to get this game underway. Yeah, Matthew, it's huge. A huge trade for the Maple Leafs. And a lot of people will say, it's Dakota Joshua. What does he bring? He's not going to put up a ton of points. Listen, he's going to be rough, tough, knocking guys around. Might be a good presence to put in front of the net. There's a lot of good things that he can bring to the team. And they gave up, what was it, a 4th round pick? Hey, that's okay. Mega, what's going on? Yes, Mega, if you look in the pinned chat up above, there's a link over to the horizontal regular stream. So if you're watching over on the tubes, on the vertical, you can check the pinned message and come on over and join the other stream. All right, it's just about time to get going. Oh, it looks like the clouds are rolling in again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Will the rain hold off? We will see. We're just about ready to kick this ball in the air. Who is going to receive? Who is going to have first possession? How is this going to go? He had a rough season last year. Yes, he did. That is very, very true, Joshua. Very, very true. Blended, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, let's Blended. We're going both ways, Blended. We're going both ways. We got both streams available, so you can watch either or for your preference. Davis Alexander, 7-0 career record, second best start in CFL history, looking to tie it up with McManus, going 8-0. Andrew, what's up? Welcome in. Andrew, they made a trade. Bringing in Big Dakota Joshua. There you go, Mega. There you go. All right. Time to play some football. Ryan Dinwiddie hoping the Argonauts can find some of the magic and get into the end zone. Will they strike once, twice, thrice, or not at all? We're going to find out momentarily. Jason Moss, 65, 47-1 career record. He is a great coach. He's got the t-shirt on, and it looks like Montreal is set to kick off, which means the Argonauts are going to receive Argos' first ball. It's in the air, and it's not a great kick. Here comes Jerry and Grant up the middle to the 40, and he's going to be taken down here. That's somebody we need to see get back up and running. Jerry and Grant used to be the king of returns, and right now he's certainly struggling with that. So Jerry and Grant needs to find a way to return the football the way he used to do it. All right, let's get everything organized here as these stats continue to populate. We'll make sure we get everything going. Here we go, Argos' first possession. Let's see what they're going to do. Will they run? Will they throw? In motion. Arbuckle fakes the handoff. He's looking. He's going to throw it over the head. Oh, not a good start. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, not a good start. First possession, you throw it over the head of your intended target. Come on, Toronto. You gots to do better than that. You gots to do better than that. Let's see. They're going to go for 10 right now. They're going to go a quick 10. You're going to go to Coxie. Excuse me. Coxie is my guess. Bad kick. Bad kick to a bad throw. Here it is. Back to pass. Looking one way. He's in trouble, and he's taken down with a sack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lack. He threw it away. It's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. But, oh, no. Just like that. A quick 2-and-out to start the game. Arbuckle. Arbuckle. Why didn't you throw the ball? Incomplete pass, and the Argonauts. The only way this start could have been worse is if he would have thrown an interception for a TD. Oh, my goodness. The Argonauts, 3rd and 10, going to have to kick this one away. Arbuckle goes right to the bench looking at the clipboard to say, Coach, what did we do wrong? So coming in to kick this one away. This one is going to be up, and it's going to be deep. Back to catch. Montreal at the 30, juking his way to the 35 before being hauled down there. So a little bit of a return, not much going on. Montreal now going to get their opportunity. Haggerty with a 42-yard punt. And we're going to get our first look at Davis Alexander, who makes his return since week 3. He has continually struggled with some leg injuries, but he needs to get this one going. He wants a big game in his return. Alexander behind the helm for Montreal. By the way, to all of our Montreal viewers coming in and watching, bonjour, hope you're doing well. Here's back to pass. Little nice pass, picking up the first down and more. Up to the 50. Nice little work here. First pass by Alexander, looking comfortable. Makes the connection and gets it in. Thomas, how's it going? Todd, what's going on? Yeah, Todd, we saw what an interesting trade. I like it. I like it a lot. But a nice little pass here to Sneed. Sneed able to run up, pick up a couple extra yards after the reception at the Montreal 50. 1st and 10, Als. They're going to call it back. Alexander changing the play on the fly. Snap. He bobbled it, hands it off, but whistle's going right away. Flag on the play. Andrew, let's pump the brakes a little bit. So penalty on Montreal, procedure, 5-yard penalty. Gonna do it again. Jonathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Well, Andrew, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, but let's see how the rest of the offseason goes. I'll take Joshua over Reeves. Yarncroc, Holmberg, Kemp, any day of the week. Yeah, blended. And don't forget, we got Pizzetta as well. Pizza Man coming in. Hey, Cameron, what's going on? How'd Montreal get the ball? Cameron, the Argonauts, 2 bad passes on their first possession. Back to pass. Alexander, a short yardage pass. And just a little miscommunication there. It's through the hands. So 2nd and 15, not a good draw there. That's right, Jonathan. IndyCar Racing. IndyCar Racing this week down at CNE Stadium in Toronto. If you are living in the downtown area, you're going to hear the whips and zips of all those Indy cars racing around this weekend. Always a good time downtown Toronto. Love the noise of those Indy cars. Back to pass. Little quick short yardage, getting it up to midfield. Just about. Good defense here by the Argonauts. Taking it down, so not enough for the first down. The penalty against Montreal actually is going to hurt them. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 5 or so. Franklin with that takedown. So Montreal is going to be forced to kick this one away now. Rambo was able to pick up a few yards, but not enough. 3rd and 5 it is. Rambo couldn't get it done. Can you imagine? What a name, Rambo. Wonder if he watched all the movies. All right. 3rd and 5, Montreal waiting to kick this one off. Here it is, kicking it from about the 45. Oh, it's good hang time, great hang time, but it's going to land out of bounds. So that's going to move the ball up a little bit. Jerry Grant was waiting for it. No return able to come forward. So the Argonauts going to get possession back. Let's see what they can do. Oh, Dallas, for sure. For sure. They're going to take a little pause for the cause to pay the bills, and they will be back. But the Argonauts getting a chance to move forward again. Lemon is allowed back in the CFL after a 1-year suspension. Yeah, has it been 1 year already? Crazy. Totally forgot about IndyCar. IndyCar are the best. Love, love, love the IndyCar. It is so awesome. And M8, I'm so sorry. I do not have one that I can provide you. So sorry about that. Brandon, what's going on? I don't know what happened to you, Brandon. Welcome in. But yeah, M8, I'm sorry. Cannot do it. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Duke, what's going on? What's up, buddy? Go, Argos, go. October 8th means pre-Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. Dallas, pre-Thanksgiving hockey, always good. I got to check the preseason schedule. I got so excited about the regular season. I haven't even looked up the preseason schedule. I'm very curious to see what they do for the preseason. And do I get a birthday game? Will there be a game on my birthday this year? We'll see. I hope so. And it's always through. Oh, Jonathan, I didn't realize Fan Friday at the Indy is free. I did not realize it. That is awesome. That is very, very cool. So if you're down there, if you're going to be around the CNE area, or you're not far and want to make the trek, Fan Friday for the IndyCar apparently is free, which is amazing. CFL announced he's allowed to be back, but has to serve one game after he gets the deal with his team. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. All right. Coming back. What's that? No birthday game. No birthday game. Boo. Adam, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Beverly, what's up? Welcome in. Will the Leafs play on the 21st next year? That's the burning question. Couldn't care less about Marner. Yeah, Marner, bye-bye. See ya. All right, here we go. The Argos starting it off from their own 12-yard line. A lot of field to make up. They're going to hand it off, running it up, cutting towards the middle. Nice pickup of a few yards there. 7 yards on the carry. There we go. McMahon juking and jiving, picking up 7. That's like the best run the Argonauts have had in weeks. Nice to see it go. Hey, Herman, what's going on? Yusuke, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. Make sure you're tapping that like button for us. E-Dubs, what's up? He should. I mean, E-Dubs, he's the main man, right? He's the main target. At least that's what it looks like. Prediction for the game. I sadly think Montreal is going to win, but I hope the Argos do. Another run up the middle. That's going to be a first down. Argonauts putting the ball on the field, 2nd and 3, and McMahon is going to rush it up again. There you go. Getting some rush action. The Argonauts. Somebody learned how to run. Way to go, McMahon. Picking up the first down. Another 7-yard rush. There we go. That's what they got to do. Putting the ball down, picking up some yards. That's going to start opening things up downfield as Montreal realizes they have to play a little closer. Hey, Jack in the Box, what's going on? Let's go Riders. Going to the game at Mosaic on the 25th. Sweet. Here's a completed pass. Argonauts going to rush this one up. Picking up about 5. Nice reception there as Meidel's going to make that reception. That'll be a lot of fun, Jack in the Box. The Elks, a sad, sad season yet again. But hopefully they can get it going. Would love to see the Elks start being competitive. 2nd down and 5 for the Argonauts. Looking to keep going. They're up to the Toronto 31. They started on the 12. Couple nice runs and a catch. Back to pass. Arbuckle looking over the middle. That's going to be caught and taken down. Is this going to be enough? The Argos are saying first down. Unger makes the catch. Does he get enough? It's going to be ruled a 6-yard catch. That's going to be Argos first down. Nice catch right in the pocket. Unger taking it in the belly. Going to hang on to that one. First down receiving. We had a first down rushing. Let's keep this one going. Keep this one going. Argos getting some momentum up to the 37. Back to pass. A quick pass. Ooh, some confusion on that play. That was not a good one by any means. It was complete. Meidel makes the catch, but 0 yards as he went up and he cut back. And I don't think he was expecting that pass to come to him. Who do you think has the best stadium in the league? Oh, that's a tough. You know, it's so hard, Jack in the Box, because I haven't actually been to all the stadiums, only from a TV perspective as I've seen them. And I don't think it's fair to give an opinion like that without actually experiencing them live, because being at a stadium live is so different. Back to pass, 2nd and 10. Arbuckle, he's going to look down. Oh, a little flea flicker. McMahon's got to run to the 50, first down, and he's going to step out of bounds just shy of midfield. Nice little fluty flicker there, as I like to call it. Nowhere to pass. He was looking downfield and then kind of did one of these little scooch passes, and McMahon is going to run that one across 16 yards on the pickup. You're new to CFL. Why do they show some game live on the website and they don't? Yusuke, that's a great question. I'm not sure, but I will tell you the rules of the CFL are slightly different than you have in the NFL. And if we'll go over it at the next commercial break, there's a big differences. Here's another handoff. The Argonauts going to run this one across midfield. picking up about 4, unless my eyes deceive me. So not a big play there by any means, but they were able to pick up a couple of yards. Hey, B Disney, what's going on? The shovel pass. And to me, it's always going to be the fluty flicker. B Disney, we got it right here. It's coming your way. We got them all bundled up. Got a few for you. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. Meidel's been being open a lot. He's gone to him quite often here. Arbuckle getting himself set down to the Montreal 52. Arbuckle back to pass. Looking in trouble. Eludes the pocket. He's going to run it. Arbuckle. Holy smokes. Up to the 40. Where did he pull that out of? Sees a hole and runs it. The old man knees are going to help him get through. Good job. 11 yards on the rush. Arbuckle picks up the first down. Argos. Wow. Big run. Oh, that's based off what I judge. So I kind of like how the Hamilton, I know it's the Hamilton Stadium, the old Tim Hortons Field. I like how that one comes across. I kind of like how the Calgary Stadium comes across as well. Charles, how's it going? Welcome in from the Bahamas. Thank you very much, Charles. Hope you're getting some good weather. Arbuckle, look out, eludes another hit, back to pass. A nice little chuck, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Argonauts at the Montreal 42 as they continue to work their way upfield. I got better cards than that, Sam. I got some CDC certified. Nice, Mega. Very cool. I'll show you what I got. I can't reach it. It's over there. I picked up a great pickup. Nice card from the Cup. I'll have to show it to you after. Mr. Mike, what's going on? Ticats rule. Ticats are crushing it. Yeah, BC Place is nice. BC Place is very classic. 2nd and 10 Argonauts from the 42. Here's the snap. Here comes the rush. Arbuckle has to throw it quickly. Meidel, what a catch. What a catch along the sideline in coverage. It's only a pickup of 4 yards. Can you pass me the card here? When you get a chance. It doesn't have to be right now. Great little play and a great catch. Yeah. Thank you. So Mega, check this out. From the 23-24, the Cup, rookie auto patch for Bolinski's from my Florida Panthers. There you go. Slabbed up. Beauty patch too. The Cup is the holy grail of cards. Wow. Thanks for the warm welcome. 85. Humidity, it's 75%. Oh my goodness. All right, they're going for the field goal. Argonauts going for the field goal. It's up, it's down the middle, and it's good. Toronto with the first score, the first field goal. 3-0 Argonauts. Wow. All right, so let's go over for some of our friends who may not understand some of the differences between the National Football League and the Canadian Football League. So first of all, for the Canadian Football League, the balls are bigger. They're thicker. They're bigger around. So they really take up most of your hand. I have one somewhere over here. So the balls are bigger than they are. The fields are longer. So where NFL is 100 yards, CFL is 110. The field is actually wider as well. So the Canadian Football League field is wider and it's longer. And you can see here's a CFL ball. Where's the camera? There it is, CFL. You can see it's a pretty thick ball. It's a pretty big ball. So a much bigger football, longer field, wider field. They play with 3 downs instead of 4. Where the National Football League, you go 4 downs, 4 opportunities to go 10 yards. Here in Canada, you go 3. And, you know, it's because of the conversion. You lose a down. So, but it's three downs. And that's why you'll see after the second down, most teams kick it away or go for the field goal. There's stadium probably bigger in area. Oh, yeah, for sure, Jack in the Box. For sure, I would agree. I'd agree with that. Mr. Mike, what's going on? So what? Never thought I'd hear Sammy talking blended. Well, you know, it is Thursday. I don't know what that means. Antonio, how's it going? Welcome in. John, what's up? Welcome in. So it's about 110. So that's why midfield is the 55-yard marker. Now, the end zones are longer as well. I believe they're 20 yards in the end zones. And last but not least, the uprights in the end zones are at the front of the end zone, where the uprights in the NFL are at the back. So you got to be careful. We've had a lot of guys running into that post, and it can do some serious damage. So those are a lot of the differences between the two leagues, and it does make a pretty significant impact. All right, we got 4:44 to go in the first. Montreal with possession. They're going to throw this one. It's going to be caught, and they're going to bring it up almost to midfield. 3-0 Argonauts. Their drive, they end it with a field goal, so it was nicely done there by the Argos. So Montreal looking to play this one. Alexander with a nice little short yardage pass to Rambo. Rambo wheeling it in, couldn't pick up much. The Argonauts defense, Franklin was there to make a nice hit. Appreciate the explanation. And how does the team get 1 point? Yes, the Rouge, the 1 point. We'll go over that one in a moment. The 1 point is a huge difference maker. Back to pass. Tough throw, and this one should be a good catch. Rambo going down low, had to scoop that one before it hit the turf, and that's a 7-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. So the single point... Are the rest, Mike? Not yet. It's early though. It's early. You know what? They are pretty loud, Jack in the Box, but it's hard to tell what's real and what's piped in, because a lot of stadiums do pipe in some crowd noise. Gonna go short yardage again. Gonna pick up a couple. This should be pretty close. We'll see where they give the spot. Is it enough for the first down? And I think it is going to be first down, Montreal. So here's the single point. On a missed field goal, if you kick the field goal and you miss it, and it goes through the end zone, or you tackle the guy in the end zone, you pick up a single point. If you go to punt it and you punt it through the end zone, you pick up a single point. And there has been times where strategy comes into play where you look to pick up the single point, because it throws the scoring a little out of balance. It does force the opponent to at times have to go for 2. Alexander, a nice little pass. That's going to be caught, but not nearly enough. It's only going to be a couple of yards on the pickup. So it'll be about 0 yards. So just to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. So some guys do, if it's tied, they'll go to try and punt it through the end zone, to pick up the win. We've seen that happen. We've seen missed field goals that lead to a single point, which messes up the scoring. We've seen all kinds of weird things happen with that single point. It certainly makes things exciting. The kneel down in the end zone can cost a game. That's right, it can. Another pass and a hard tackle here, and the Argonaut player is hurt. He is down. Is that McFadden? McFadden is down. He went to throw the hit, and the Montreal player, Spiker, just spiked him. Just ran into him, and I think this got him on the... Was it the head or the shoulder? A big, tough hit. Spiker makes the catch. McFadden goes in for the hit, and he just lowered the shoulder, and the way he hit him just looks like it hurt the shoulder, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're looking around the shoulder and the collarbone area. He is down. He's squeezing his hands. They're going to take a commercial break here. Hopefully, they're able to pick him up off the field and get him going. Taman Shorts, what's going on? Let's go Argos. Kyle, what's going on? Seems like a chill stream and a good way to listen to the game. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, we do our best. We're here to have some fun and enjoy, and hopefully the Argos can turn things around. The name of the yeah, you know what? When I typed it in, I didn't have my glasses on, and I didn't see that it made an autocorrect, and I couldn't edit it. And I was like, thank you for the follow. And by the time I realized it, I'm like, I'm just going to leave it. Who cares? Who cares? Argos BS versus Montreal. That's what it's going for. But yeah, I hate when that happens. You're typing on the phone. I didn't have my glasses on. I didn't even catch it. And I was like, whatever. I wish the talk would let you update those things. It certainly would make things a lot easier. Hey, Samuel, what's going on? You're very welcome. Great name, by the way. From one Sam to another. Hope you're doing well. Green is the color. Listen, I got to tell you, the CFL, and I know there's a lot of folks out there that you may not be overly familiar with the Canadian Football League. Canadian Football League is a fantastic league, as hopefully you'll hear a lot of today. It is exciting, but there's not a lot of teams. In the East, you have Hamilton, Montreal, Toronto, and Ottawa. In the West, you have Calgary, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, BC, and Edmonton. And that's it. It is a very small league, not a lot of teams. They did try expanding many, many years ago down into the US. That ended very quickly. And I'd like to see them expand a little bit more into Canada. They could certainly bring a couple more teams in. There's certainly enough talent. Back to pass. Alexander, this one connects for a first down to the Argos 30. And Montreal is getting inside the 30 now. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. Yeah, Mega, the East Coast needs a team for sure. For sure. If not one, you could have a couple. Easily have a couple. Montreal Davis is going to set the record straight. It is certainly going to be very interesting. Argos won it all last year. Tough start this year. Why the 1-4 record? Blended quarterback issues, running game issues, defensive issues, and injuries. All have plagued the Argos to start this season. Back to pass. Alexander rolling out to his right. Fakes the pump. Now the pass, and that one's going to drop down incomplete. Wasn't sure what he was going to do. He gave the pump, and then it looked like he was going to pump again and kind of started to follow through with it. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter, and boy, oh boy, what a difference a couple of weeks makes. We saw a ton of points on the board in the first quarter versus Hamilton 2 weeks ago. So far, it's only 3 for the Argonauts here today. Yeah, Davis Alexander looking to tie the record with 8-0, 8 wins to start his career. 2nd and 10. Montreal at the Toronto 29. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. It's thrown. Is it caught? I think he dropped it. Incomplete. Couldn't squeeze it. Couldn't hang on. A tough play. Alexander forced to rush that, and Slywaka, the rookie, getting up there, forcing a big play. So 3rd and 10, Montreal, no doubt, is going to put up a field goal and look to tie this one up. The Newfoundland Mariners, yeah, that would work. That would work. Hey, Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, setting it up from the Toronto 29. So when you add on the extra yards for the kick, it's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Here's the kick. It's put up. It's a little left, but it's hanging in. The wind is blowing strong to the right, and he put it left so the wind would center it out. Did not happen, but it makes its way through the uprights, and we are now tied with 20 seconds to go in the first. It is 3-3. 3-3. Each kicker able to get on the board. I was about to go to Edmonton on August 2nd to watch the Ticats and Alex, but it's the girlfriend's birthday. Joshua, if you want to keep the girlfriend, it's a smart choice. A smart choice. That would be fun, though. That would be fun. Ticats, man, they just look so darn good right now. The Ticats look so impressive. It's scary impressive. Scary impressive. Listen, if the Argonauts can figure out their woes, I'd love to get that three-headed dragon race going in the East. Love the Argonauts to make it interesting. Right now, the West is very interesting. Calgary in top spot with 8 points. Tied with Saskatchewan, also with 8 points. Winnipeg just behind them with 6, as is BC with 6. The only team struggling in the West is the Edmonton Elks, but I think that's to be expected. But the West is just such a powerhouse right now. Such a powerhouse, and it's exciting to see. Really exciting. And when you have so many teams so close, you have no idea how things are going to shape up. Now, of course, down the stretch, it's always fun in the CFL. You just don't want to be that last team, or in the West, the bottom 2. Because if you're in the East, you have a great chance of making that playoffs if you stay at a last place. And then once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen, right? When we're talking about a single game on any given day, any team, except for Edmonton, can win. So you never know once the playoffs come around. you bought your ticket and for the Ticats and Argos October 4th in Toronto. That's right. I love when they go the back-to-back. Going to be fun. All right, here we go. Argonauts, possession from their 40. 1st and 10. Movement all over the line. Flags flying everywhere. Procedure on Toronto. Illegal procedure on Toronto. That's going to force them back a couple of yards. It's going to be 1st and 15 now with 9 seconds to go. Now, the clock really doesn't matter because when the first quarter ends, it's just going to force a commercial break. Argonauts will still continue their drive. Clock is in motion. The other thing to note with the Canadian Football League, if the clock strikes 0, you are still allowed to get your last play off. It doesn't come to an end. That is the case here. The clock is 0. Back to pass over the middle. Nice reception. Going to be 5-6 yards. Forward motion is stopped. Brissett hanging on to that football. And we're going to end quarter number 1, 3-3. And the Argonauts will continue their drive following the commercial break. But the Argonauts need to keep what they're doing. They're rushing the ball. They're looking mighty fine right now. They're doing a great job. Let's take a look at your first quarter stats. 4 first downs for each team. Montreal, 3rd down efficiency. They are 1 for 1. Total yards, 67-66, so very, very close. Montreal has 0 rushing yards. It's all been passing. Toronto, 43 passing yards, 24 rushing yards. No real red zone attempts. Each team with 1 penalty. Time of possession, the Argonauts with the lead there over 8 minutes, where 6.5 for Montreal. No turnovers due to downs. When we take a look at some of the current stats, Arbuckle goes 7 for 10, 43 yards, his longest being 16. Davis Alexander in his return goes 8 for 11 for 66 yards, his longest being 15. On the receiving side, McMahon, 1 reception for 16. Meidel goes 4 receptions for 14 yards. Brissett 1 for 7. Unger 1 for 6. And all I'm saying is how good Coxie is, and Coxie being his target. He doesn't have a single reception in this game yet. Rambo on the other side. Rambo 3 receptions, 30 yards. Spiker 3 for 21. Sneed 1 for 15. From the rushing side, McMahon 2 for 14. Arbuckle 1 for 10, and no rushing for Montreal. No sacks yet for Toronto, and no official sacks awarded for Montreal. So interesting. From the kicking side, both Maltos and Hillararhu, who I can never say his name right, each going 1 for 1 with the field goals. Haggerty 1 punt for 42 yards. Zima for Montreal 1 punt for 43 yards. Jerry Grant 1 reception, 11 yards, and Letcher Jr. 1 for 9. And that is going to be all your stats at this point in this foosball game. You have the Argonauts and Alouettes under 25 in the first half. Ooh, interesting. Joshua, right now, that's looking like a great pick. Anything can happen. Will they explode for offense? We will see. If you are just joining us, again, make sure wherever you're watching, you hit that like for us. Make sure you hit that follow, hit that subscribe, so you never miss a stream, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey. Let's go. And that's E-Dubs. That is a very good question that I do not have an answer for at this point in time. All right, here we go. Argonauts, they switch sides, going the other way. 2nd and 7. Back to pass, Arbuckle looking one way, switches targets again, throws it in the middle. Little oopsie daisy play there, able to pick up a couple of yards. Looked at 2 targets, really could not decide. Everybody covered downfield, so elects to just toss it to McMahon, picks up 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 now. 2nd and 8. Using McMahon as an outlet, and I actually like how they're using McMahon today. Very, very much how they used Kadeem Carey last year. Although Kadeem Carey, boy, could he run. They're certainly missing him this year. It was a mistake not to bring him back. It's going to go to 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and 1. That's not right. It is 3rd and 1. They're going to sneak this one back. And the ball is loose. The ball is loose. Alouettes say they have it. The Argonauts are arguing, what's this going to be? What's this going to be? The officials are conversing. They're sorting it out. We haven't seen them make a call. Montreal still says they came away with the ball. Everybody is in the middle here. The referees are trying to create some space. The officials, looks like they're on the headset going upstairs to get a decision here. Do you cover other CFL games or just the Argos? Kyle, right now it has mainly been the Argonauts, just because of how our weekend plans worked out. Beverly, is it not working? Hang on. Okay, so the forward progress was stopped before the fumble, so it is not going to be a fumble, but did he get the first down? That is the other thing we need to take a look at. So I can't see by this camera angle where he was. So it was Meidel that takes it off the snap. It's hard to see because they curled, they kind of fell over to the right. Everyone in Montreal was concerned about the ball coming out, so they're going to measure. The chains are coming out. It's that close. This is going to be close. Get the chains ready. And it's enough for a first down, Argonauts. Ooh, that was close. All right, Beverly, let's take a look and see what's happened with the stream bot here. What's happened with the stream bot here? Montreal not happy with that placement. They're still going to argue this one. So, all right, we're going to turn it off. We'll do a little bit of a refresh here. All right, so hopefully, Beverly, that will start working here. All right, let's go, Argonauts. Let's go. Huh. Interesting. It's not wanting to work. Short yardage play behind the line of scrimmage. Going to run this one back up. Nice run to midfield. And Brissett is going to hang on. Nito was all over him, but Brissett able to hang on. It is going to be second down. They were able to pick up a bunch of yards, though. So, yeah, Beverly, there certainly seems to be an issue going on with the cloud bot at this time. It does not want to activate itself. So maybe, hopefully, they'll fix this up very soon. Here are the Argos, back to pass, going to hand it off, running this one up, grabbed and held on to and brought down. Great defense by Montreal. Great defense here by Montreal. Seeing McMahon come right up the middle, identified, grabbed, brought him down. That was a huge, huge defensive play. Wow, real solid play here. All right, let's try this. I'm going to log out and log back in. See if we can get this going. Get the multitasking going on. So they're going to kick this one away. Haggerty is going to be back. Argonauts had a good drive going, but they just could not make it last. Good kick all the way back to the Montreal 10, over the head to the 5. It's going to roll into the end zone and fed a bounds. And there is your single point. We talked about the single point earlier. There we go. Hudson, how's it going? Kyle, what's up? That's going to be the single point. So the Argonauts going to take the lead 4-3. We talked about the single point. Now, this one wasn't an intentional single point. This one was just kicked through the end zone. All right, Beverly, there we go. It just fired up now. So give it a few minutes, and hopefully that will get things going. Al's got a strong defense. They do. The Als have a very strong defense. A very strong defense. Javon hitting that subscribe. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome into the community. Thank you for being here and supporting us for some Canadian Football League action. The Argos and Ticats. They're Ticats. The Argos and Montreal doing it up. See, Mega, Joshua, you've already got me thinking towards the Ticats game. Is there any touchdown? No touchdowns scored yet, Javon. No touchdowns scored yet. Just a couple field goals and the single point. So this was a punt. It was over the head of the Montreal receiver, bounced into the end zone and out of bounds. Oh, Kyle, I can't wait. I cannot wait for hockey season to start. We are going to be going on vacation. Woohoo! And when we return, it's going to be Build Hockey Build. We're going to be getting all of our hockey assets in order with the new program, start getting things set. We finally figured a lot of it out. I think things are working pretty smooth. So right now it is 4-3 Toronto Argonauts as that single point just went in. Just going to hang out, not going anywhere exciting, Thomas, to be honest, but it's a vacation. It's out of the house, so makes me excited. I get to stare at a different four walls. Vacation style Chevy Chase. Not quite like Chevy Chase, but we might go live, do a little road trip, little vacation stream. We'll see. You never know when something may pop up. Here we go. Montreal back to pass. A long pass. This is going to be caught. Huge yards. They keep going all the way to the Toronto 43. Back from commercial break, right as Alexander was unloading that one. A huge bomb. Wow. Great pass. Huge pass. Mack is going to pick that one up. 26 yards, I believe, on the reception, then picking up some after the fact. Huge catch here, and Montreal is heating up. They are heating it up. Nice, Thomas. Habs Leafs October 8th. Calling 4-3 overtime. Kyle's calling overtime already. Oh, another bomb. This is going end zone. Oh, what a deflection. Oh, McFadden is okay, and he makes a huge tip away as that was a long bomb. What a throw. Stepping back, going end zone. A 52-yard pass attempt to the end zone, and it was there for Mack, but McFadden goes up and just tips that one away. Oh, he had to time that just right because Mack was like 2 steps ahead, and a great play by McFadden saves a touchdown. 2nd and 10 now for Montreal from the Toronto 44. Back to pass, not going to go deep again, and it's in and out of the fingertips. Oh no. Disaster here as Montreal puts himself in great field position to the Toronto 44. A bomb attempt and then an incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 10, and they're going to have to kick it away. This would be a real long field goal. Are they going to go for it, or are they just going to punt this one and try and pin the Argonauts down low? Welcome in, Riker. So Jerry Grant is back. Maltos is going to kick this one. He's going for the field goal. It's a 52-yard field goal attempt. And this is going to be blown down. We got some whistles on the sidelines. Timeout called here by Montreal. Were they changing their mind? The wind, right as they were setting up, the wind just started gusting real bad as the flags in the end zone and the little wind marker on the top of the upright started blowing hard left, real hard left. So Montreal blows the timeout here. I think they're trying to change it up to account for the wind. So they are going to the punting team instead. So interesting. They set up for the field goal. They blow it down because of the wind. Now they're going to punt this one away. Are they going to try and punt it through the end zone to pick up the single? That would be something. It's going to be kicked. And it is. Where is it? Where's the ball? Didn't see where it was. I mean, it was clearly out of bounds. Harissi's what's going on. Welcome in. More CFL action coming up. And it went in and out of the end zone. So a single point for Montreal is going to even it up. 4-4 is the score. There you go. A couple of singles from each side. 4-4 is the score. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and joining us. How many receiving yards does Mack have? Give me a second. I'll pull that up for you right now. Austin Mack right now, 1 reception, 26 yards. Javon, 1 reception, 26 yards for Austin Mack. Rambo, he's 3 receptions for 30 yards. But welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in again. Remember, wherever you are watching from, tap that like button and hit that follow or subscribe. We want you to be part of the community here on The Experience. We also have, we also do some gaming. So yes, primarily a lot of sports. We got our football, our baseball, we got hockey coming up in the fall. And this summer we've been getting into the gaming. So we got lots going on all platforms. So make sure if you're a gamer, you like watching the gaming streams, to give us a follow for that. Of course, over on the Samuel B12 gaming experience, and of course on all platforms under Samuel B12. A lot of fun gaming. We've been playing some Fortnite. We've been playing some Call of Duty. We haven't streamed some Call of Duty yet because I want to actually figure it out. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. So we're going to have lots of gaming coming up. We're going to get some sports games in there as well. Jeremy, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you, Jeremy. Hope all is well. Lucas, welcome in. There was a video of football team. They were 3rd and goal, and it ended up being 4th and 99 yards after a bad snap. Oh, my goodness. You got to love those plays, right? You got to love those plays. That's bad. All right, coming back from commercial break. Let's get this one going. Thursday night football rolling right along. We're in a close game here. 4-4. 4-4. It's raining there. Yeah, Jeremy, it's raining all over the place. It was pouring over a month at the stadium here not too long ago. Back to pass. This across going to be caught. The Argonauts picking up about 5. So, Jose, this is where the single points come into play. So each team has a field goal, which is 3. It was 3-3. Then each team got a single point for punting through the end zone. So that's going to make it 4-4. Here, folks, what is Ontario like weather-wise in September and October? Loosely planning a trip maybe next year. Sally, it's hit and miss. It can be, September can be quite nice. It can be quite warm. If you're coming later in October, it can get quite cold. We have had flurries in October. Argos back to pass, 1st down, and going to step out of bounds. And woo, a little slip. Those cleats can be slippery on the track. McMahon with the nice reception. And the Argonauts, 1st down, going to keep rolling along. Keep moving. Nice 6-yard gain, picks it up, looking back, makes the catch, turns over, crosses that 1st down marker, and steps out of bounds. Yeah, Jose, those single points can really mix it up. It can really make things interesting. Right, Joshua, when are we going to get a touchdown? When? Who? There it is. Thank you, Dallas, dropping that in. Here's the snap, going to hand it off. McMahon battles through one and to the 1st down marker, and looks like that's going to be over. It's going to be another 1st down Argonauts as the running game has found its legs here tonight. McMahon, holy smokes, he's getting this one done. Right up the middle, 10-yard gain, 1st down Argos. Lake effect snow, I'd love to see that. Oh, you're very welcome, Sally. It also depends on where you're going to stay to. If you're thinking of going to Toronto versus up north somewhere like Barrie, or if you're going to Niagara, it could be very different weather conditions. Back to pass, looking across over the line of scrimmage. A nice little move. Coxie dancing around. Coxie to the line and steps out. They'll be 1 yard short of the 1st down as Coxie picks up his 1st reception of the game. Now they're listing it here as 10 yards. He did not step. It looked like only 9. We'll see if he gets a good spot. Thinking about Ottawa. Okay. Yeah, Ottawa, nice place to go. Lots of cool architecture to see. If you time it right, the Senators will be in action. So it is going to be 2nd and inches, and the Argonauts, the little tush push, and they're going to move this one across. 1st down Argos. Under 8 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. They are moving it around. Quint, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Alberta, no, Joshua, they did not. Alberta got snow already? That is wild. The Belleville Bulls, Thomas, Belleville Bulls, good team, very good team. Belleville, nice little spot on the way to Kingston and Ottawa. Kingston, a beautiful spot. Got to go to the old K-Rock Center. I know it's been renamed now. Here's the snap. Arbuckle throwing it up the middle. This is going to be caught. Turn, trying to work it up and taken down. Is that Daniels? And that's Daniels' first catch of the game. So all the receivers getting a touch now. Everybody's getting it going on. Little 17-yard pickup there. Nice job by Daniels. Arbuckle mixing it up. This is what we were talking about in the pregame. You put the ball on the turf, you start running it. That's going to expose the defense to collapse, and now it opens up your offense for a passing game, and they're taking advantage of it. Born and raised in Kingston. Great little tourist spot. Yeah, blended. Absolutely. Got to go take your picture by the tragically hip way sign. Arbuckle back to pass. He's hammered from behind. It's caught. It's dropped. Oh, Meidel almost made a spectacular acrobatic catch. As Arbuckle goes to throw, he gets hammered from behind. The ball goes flying. There is a flag on the play. Meidel coming back, makes the catch, but couldn't hang on as he goes down. Wow. So offside, was it the call? Offside. So offside is the call. So the Argos, all for naught, they're going to pick up 5. It's going to be 1st and 5 now. Jim, we got someone in one of the other chats here. I wish I could bring all the chats together so everybody could see all the chats. Arbuckle fakes the handoff to McMahon, running and to throw this one. Nice little catch. First down, Argos looking for the end zone. Can't quite get in there. As Meidel picks up the first down, or Brissett, excuse me, picks up the first down and more. Someone know more about Valino, new player with Montreal Canadiens. Jeremy, Joe Valino's decent player. Decent player. Hey, Jared, what's going on? They're not, but they're finding their way. They're playing a very good game tonight. Very good game. Leaf games are better. Mr. Mike, I don't disagree with you. Thank you for those likes, by the way. I appreciate that. I'll take hockey over everything. Back to pass. It's deflected, knocked down, incomplete. You're in Belleville. City has gone downhill. Really? Oh, Jim, that sucks. That sucks. I haven't been in a long time, or driven through in a long time. But hopefully Kingston is still good. But a nice jump here to knock this one down. So the Argonauts, 2nd and goal. Argonauts looking to put up the first major of the game. Crowd is loud. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Looking for the first touchdown. 2nd and goal. The 1-4 Argonauts looking to score first over the 3-2 Montreal Alouettes. Pass to Arbuckle. Here comes the rush. Going to throw it to the line. It's caught for a touchdown. Argonauts. They are going to strike first. And the Argonauts pick it up. That was huge. Where's my... Uh-oh. Did I break my little touchdown? Argonauts with the touchdown. There we go.
Touchdown!
Break out the touchdown horn. Spoiler alert, it's a hockey sound. It's a hockey goal light, but it works for the Argonauts. Touchdown, Argos. 10-4. As they wait for the extra point. A nice little reception here. Little pass across. And the Argos put this one in. Gerlar, who puts this one up. The single is good. 11-4 now. Argos. Big TD. Big TD. Let's go, Ticats. Ticats, they're going to be, they're going to surprise a lot of people. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go in the first half. And the Argonauts just doing what Argonauts do. It's Coxie who picks it up. He's now 3 receptions, 21 yards, and the touchdown. Coxie getting it done. There you go, E-Dubs. There you go. Gotta love Coaxy. Oh, you know what? Oh, Sam, you're slacking. Argos touchdown, and that's what it's all about. Great hands there by Coaxy. A great little toss to put it in. We love it. We love it. We love it. Brendan, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, the Argonauts. It's so nice when they actually can score touchdowns. I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's been forever. Now, of course, the week started yesterday, or I guess Thursday. Today's Thursday. The week is, I'm so out of my mind. Thursday, CFL football. The Argonauts in Montreal are kicking off the weekend. Calgary and Winnipeg, they're going to play tomorrow on Friday. Saturday is Saskatchewan and BC, followed up by Hamilton on Sunday as the Ticats taking on Ottawa. And with every game, especially the West Coast matchups, the standings are going to change. They are going to look around. Hamilton wins by 2 touchdowns on Sunday. I would probably tend to agree with you the way Ottawa has been. What's their record? Jay Freaky, the Argos record, Montreal's record, whose record? Ben, what's going on? Toronto's selling this season. They're looking good right now, though. The Argos. Oh yeah, do we have to talk about the Argos record? They are 1 in oh my gosh, 1-3. 1-3? What did I just say? They were 1-4 coming in. 1-4, the Argonauts. But they are playing well today, and they can get that mojo going. So 1-4, not a good start for the Argonauts, but they're turning it around. They're playing great here. 11-4 is the score right now. The Argos kick it off. Montreal on the return, bringing this back. Great run back all the way to about the 43-yard line. Big run back before they're hauled down. We are less than 5 minutes to go here in the first half. How many total games? That's actually a good question. Let's see. I actually don't know offhand. 21 weeks, 18 game, 21 week season. So 18 games total. They'll get a couple of buys in there. And then the playoffs get going. So there you go. Hayden, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. It's going to be 1-5 soon. Not how they're playing right now. Not how they're playing. Javon, it was the Argonauts who scored the touchdown. Nice pass. Montreal getting up to about the 47. Going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. They got to pick that one up. Got to pick that up and get going. But a nice job there for sure. Teams get about 3 buys. Yes, they do. Argos still put up some good points. Listen, they can. Then they have put up some decent points. They just haven't been able to pick up the wins. Here's Montreal setting it up. 2nd and 4. Back to pass, going sideline route, intercepted. Big interception by McFadden. What a game he's having. He's running it down and going to get knocked out of bounds. McFadden, he had that bump and we thought he injured his shoulder earlier, but since then he had that huge knockdown pass in the end zone. Now he comes up with a huge interception, and the Argonauts defense, if they ever needed some momentum, that is how you do it. And there's some arguments, there's some conversations here. Alexander does not like something that took place on the field. But this was a huge pick. I didn't see any flags coming up. He runs in and just absolutely gets in front of the intended receiver, scoops this one up with 2 hands and runs it down. And it's the quarterback, Alexander, who knocks McFadden out of bounds. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? In his return, here are the Argonauts going to hand it off. Turn in the corner. Can't pick up much, but oh, they do. A little hop, step, and a jump. Nice little move to elude a receiver, stay in bounds, and they pick up probably about 6 or 7. I thought they were going to get knocked out after about 3 yards, but they hang on. Meidel just doing Meidel things. Oh, and they're going to give him 9 yards. Great possession. Great spot there. Thank you for hitting the share and hitting those likes. I appreciate it very, very much. Coaxy, Javon, it was Coaxy who got the TD. and the Argos are threatening to strike again. 2nd and 1 from the Montreal 6. McMahon going to run it up the middle. Oh, and he gets tripped up, and he's down at the 1 yard line. So it's going to be Toronto 1st and goal from the Montreal 1 with about 3.5 minutes or so to go here in the first half. Who are these Argonauts? Where did they come from? The Boatmen pulled together, and they are playing one heck of a football game, and it's all because they've been running the ball. 3-minute warning. The 3-minute warning as the clock runs down, so we're going to get a stoppage. 3-minute warning. The Argonauts with a great opportunity now to score and get this one going. Oh, wow. What a football game. This has been exciting. I'm not going to lie. When we came on tonight, I kind of thought to myself, oh, you know, Sam, prepare yourself. The odds makers said the spread was going to be 10.5. Things don't look so good. Will the Argos do it? You know, Montreal getting Alexander back from injury. He's going to look to have a big game. The Argos still, the run game was suffering. Not tonight. Oh, have they been impressive? Really impressive. Yeah, some CFL fantasy would be awesome. Would be very, very cool. I would be all over that. Team Shorts, you're new to the CFL. Well, are you enjoying it so far? Are you enjoying, you know, what you're hearing in the coverage? The game is very different than the NFL. Watch Jaws for the 1,000th time and notice that the football they were playing on the beach was Canadian. That's right, Aristides. I forgot about that. And we've actually seen that in a few movies where there's football on the TV and it is Canadian football, which is cool. Loving it. Let's go Argos. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Very, very cool. That's right. And it's Jaws. What was it? The Jaws 50th anniversary of Jaws, which is absolutely incredible. I still love that movie. I'm glad with the anniversary it's been on TV because it's always fun to go back and watch. It's one of those movies when I see it's on, I can't take my eyes off of it. I have to sit and watch it. It is so, so good. How much receiving yards does Coxie have now? Coxie, he is up to 21 yards. 21 yards so far. All right, here we go. The Argos looking to do it again. Will they punch this one through? 1st and goal from the Montreal 2. So they brought him back a yard from the 2. Back to snap. They're giving him McMahon. He's going wide. He curls in. Scores. Touchdown, Argos. They do it again. Big run for the Argos. What a game they are having. You've got to be kidding me. Holy smokes. Goalie interference. Sam Bennett strikes again, right? Wow. 17-4 Argos. Are you kidding? This is amazing. Reed, what's going on? Welcome in. Gerlar, who puts this one up? The single is through. It is good. And the Argos find their way to the second major of the game. Wow. I'm a little shocked, to be honest with you. I'm a little surprised, but they're able to punch this one in, and McMahon is going to get the TD. It's a rushing TD, 2 yards to put this one in. They changed the Kool-Aid. That they did, Dallas. I don't know if they were watching a lot of the Blue Mountain State show, or you know, maybe they were watching Friday Night Lights. I don't know, but something has motivated this Argonauts team. They've got things going on, and they look good. Skarky, what's going on? What's up? What's up? No more points this half. Joshua says, no more. Let's cap it. I'm sweating. What was your total again, Joshua? I forget. They will add more teams. You know what, Jay Freaky? It's been so long. I would love them to. I really would love to see a team out east. They could certainly add a couple more teams, I think. But to be honest with you, most of these teams don't make money. So it's a hard conversation to have. Gilman, what's going on? You still think Montreal's going to win? Montreal have that big second half, right? They'll come back and make something happen. We'll see. 2:46 to go, under 25.5. Yeah, you don't want any more scoring. Montreal on the reception, up to the 30, up to the 40, to the 45, and taking down about the 47. About the 47. No, Mega, your power went out. Oh, no. Oh, Triton, I forgot about that. Shoot, that's right. We said at the beginning, Triton kind of put us on blast, and we said, we'll hit the floss. If the Argonauts win, we'll floss at the end of the game, and the duration of the floss will be by the number of points difference between Toronto and Montreal. Whoa. So right now, it's looking like a 14-second floss. We'll see how that one plays out. Montreal going to run this one up the middle. They're only going to pick up a handful of yards. Now they're pushed back, so it's going to be less than a handful. Going to be about second and 7. My guess from the spot. What does the best player in the CFL make? No, I don't know what it is today. There was a point in time where there were a couple of guys who made $1 million. Most of them don't make much. Most of them work second jobs, to be honest. You can see them in Rona or Home Depot. Rolling out to the right, continuing to roll. Did they get across the first? And it looks like a first down, Montreal. All right, so let's take a look. Right now, the highest paid player in the 2025 season is Nathan Rourke, the quarterback for the BC Lions, with a hard money salary of $624,000. Chad Kelly is second at $615,000. Zach Claros in third at $600,000. Was it Damon Allen? I can't remember who it was. There was one player that was getting $1 million many years ago, but right now salaries have come down a lot. He said, you play for the love of the game. That's right, Thomas. And Montreal right now is loving it as they're driving this one through, picking up some more yards. Driving it down to the Toronto 45, an 8-yard pickup. It is going to be second down. Right. Well, Levi Mitchell's getting 323. Right. So you look at that 624. What's the top salary in the NFL? Into the huddle. 60 million for Dak Prescott. That's crazy. So what a difference. Montreal going to press this one. First down, Montreal. Bringing it closer and closer to the Toronto 35. Joshua, you're going to be in trouble. Right? Exactly. It's nuts. It's nuts, the differential in salaries. So the 2 touchdown scorers, Coxie had one, McMahon had the second. Yeah, baseball is completely out of whack. Baseball is nuts, the salaries. Mega, you've got the rainstorm going through. Hope your power comes back soon. 1st and 10 for Montreal. The Toronto 36. Minute and a half to go in the half. Going to race this one through, picking up about 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6. Remember, Montreal had to blow a timeout earlier as they changed from going for a field goal to a punt. You risk your health with every snap. 2nd and 6. Clock is still counting down, 1:20 to go. Argos need a stop. Montreal going to keep driving there well within field goal territory. I think, Joshua, you'd be okay with a field goal. Back to snapped. In trouble, Alexander running out of the pocket. Going to throw this one away to the sideline. It's caught, held in, and finally steps out of bounds. Snead, I think, is going to pick this one up, and he is. Right to the Argos 20, I believe. So a great toss and able to go out of bounds to get a stoppage on the clock. Thank you for that follow, Dan. Appreciate it. I would just love if every player in the CFL made over 150. Yeah, listen, it would be good if it was somewhat even. But there were some great CFL partners out there that definitely employed a lot of the players. in the offseason. So 1st and 10, less than a minute to go, 58 seconds. Handing it off, going to run this one up the middle. Argos going to stop him here. Getting it to the 20. They were at the 24, so a pickup of 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6 now. 52 seconds on the clock. Oh boy, even if it's 25, it's a win. That's right. So 25 would be okay. Just you don't want a TD. Don't want a TD. You want them to, a field goal would be okay for your bet. 2nd and 6, 45 seconds to go. They are at the Argos 20. Now they're going to snap this one back. Looking, Alexander in trouble. Got a hand on him, escapes it. Pressure coming, Alexander running. He trips. He's backing up, throws this away. Incomplete pass. 30 seconds to go on the clock, and it's going to be 3rd and 6. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Wow, went out again. Oh, boy. Hopefully our power doesn't go out. That would not be good. But I think if I look outside, there's no wind. It's a little overcast, but doesn't look like we're going to see any rain. Last year, one was 0 seconds. Gotta love those 0-second plays. So it's a 28-yard field goal attempt here for Maltos. This should be a gimme. Putting this one up, it's going to go through. And there it is, another field goal for Montreal, 18-7 with 27 seconds remaining. 27 seconds remaining. So a nice little run at the half. We'll break down all the stats for both teams, individual and team stats. We'll make sure it looks all good. So, Beverly, it shows that it's operational, but it's still not coming up. Uh-oh, unstable internet connection. Ooh, don't like seeing that. Don't like seeing that. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I am from Toronto. Yes, we are in the Toronto area, the north side. Back to pass, Arbuckle. Looking, Arbuckle going deep. Way deep. Sideline just couldn't get it. He was going way for Coxie. That would have been like a 50-yard reception. That was a huge pass. Coxie just couldn't catch up. He was wide open. Wide open was Coxie, but just could not make the catch. Arbuckle just stepped back. He was going for all the glory with that one. What a huge attempt. Figured he would try it, see what he'd pull together. That was absolutely wild. 2nd and 10 Argos, 18-7, 20 seconds left on the clock. Back to pass, Arbuckle. Here comes the rush. He's sack-a-lack-a-lack, taken down Montreal. Wow. 16 seconds on the clock. The sack comes in, forces 3rd down. The Argonauts are going to have to punt this one away. Montreal may have one shot at a deep pass here. It's going to be interesting. Boy, see what they can do here. What a turnaround here. Arbuckle just kind of got tied up and couldn't get himself free, and the sack comes in. So 17 seconds. 3rd and 19. The Argonauts will have to punt this one away. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ulysses. Have a good one, my friend. Feel better. So they're back. Arbuckle is actually in. They're going to run this clock down. They're going to take the knee. They're not even going to kick it. So there it is. They're going to snap it. They're going to down it. And the towel is out and waved. That's going to end it. The first half is done. The first half is in the books. And the Toronto Argonauts are going to come out on top. Wow. Great half. A huge half for the Argonauts. All right, let's take a look. All the scoring, it started off the Argonauts with a field goal in the first quarter, followed up by a Montreal Alouettes field goal. We ended the first tied 3-3. To start the second quarter, it was an Argonauts punt through the end zone, put them ahead 4-3. Then it was Montreal doing the same thing, a punt that goes through the end zone, makes it 4-4. The Argonauts then Arbuckle throws a pass to Coxie, 4 yards for the touchdown, makes the score 11-4. Then McMahon, a rush for 2 yards in, makes it 18-4. And as we saw just moments ago, Maltos, the field goal attempt, 28 yards, makes it 18-7. Overall, the team stats, first downs, Toronto has had 13 first downs. That's huge. That's a good number. 13 first downs, 8 first downs for Montreal. Both teams going 1 for 1 on the third down efficiency. Cheers. Got to take a little drink. Neil, welcome in. The Lions are not playing tonight. The Lions are actually playing Saturday night. So, excuse me. Total yards, the Argonauts, 161 total yards, made up of 118 passing yards, 43 rushing yards. For Montreal, 107 passing yards, 35 rushing yards for a total of 142 yards. Argonauts go 2 for 2 in the red zone. Montreal goes 0 for 1. Penalties, 2 penalties for Montreal, 1 for Toronto. Time of possession, Toronto is just dominating. 18-34 compared to 11-26 of the Montreal Alouettes. Rain has ended. There you go, Mega. Glad to hear. Thank you, Beverly. Take care, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Can't wait for the Labor Day game. Yeah, Labor Day game, Luke. Labor Day game is going to be fun. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. CFL, a lot of these games are an absolute blast. They are a lot of fun. When you put in a big money moment like Labor Day, it's just makes it so good. Let's go through some of the individual stats. Arbuckle, 16 for 21, 118 yards and a TD. His longest was 17 yards. Compared to Davis Alexander, who is returning from injury tonight. So Davis Alexander, making his return, goes 11 for 18, 107 yards, 1 interception, his longest pass, 26 yards. The receiving core for the Argonauts, McMahon, 3 receptions for 29 yards. Meidel goes 5 for 23. Brissett, 3 for 22. Coxie goes 3 for 21, and he has the touchdown. Davis goes 1 for 17, and Unger goes 1 for 6. For Montreal, it's Rambo, 3 for 30. Spiker goes 4 for 27. Mack, 1 for 26. Sneed, 2 for 24. And Mason goes 1 reception for no yards. On the rushing side, for the Argonauts, McMahon, 5 carries, 30 yards, and a TD. Arbuckle, 2 carries for 12 yards. Meidel, 1 for 1. When we talk about rushing for Montreal, Fess goes 4 for 23, Alexander 1 for 8, and Thomas Erlington goes 1 for 4. From a defensive standpoint, Franklin, 3 tackles for Toronto, Parrish with 3 tackles, McFadden with 2. McFadden had that big interception as well and ran it back. He looked outstanding. We thought earlier in this game he actually was injured when he went down for that low hit. And we thought, if that shoulder, the way the Argonauts, their luck has been going, an injury would have been devastating, especially to McFadden, who's been outstanding. And then he had that huge interception, which running it back was just awesome. The defense for Montreal, Nito with 3 tackles, Beveretti with 3 tackles, Ademi Berglund with 3 tackles, including that sack we saw just moments ago, Sutton with 3 tackles as well. Hirlarhu goes 1 for 1 with the field goal, 2 for 2 for the extra point. Maltos 2 for 2 from the field goals. Haggerty punting, 2 punts, 110 total yards. His longest punt, 68 yards. That's heck of a punt. Zima, 2 punts, 88 yards. His longest, 45. Jerry and Grant only 1 return in the first half for 11 yards. We had Letcher Jr. 1 for 27 and Theis 1 for 26, and 1 punt return for Letcher Jr., only 9 yards. Jerry Grant is one of those players that, holy smokes, he exploded for offense last year. He was running balls back like crazy. It was so good to see. And the Argonauts need him. need him to get back and going in this, this season. Jerry Grant is one of those superstars where his runbacks, his touchdowns, wow. I mean, he really, really helped bring this team back when they needed it. So hopefully Jerry Grant can find his way and get it going. But this was an exciting first half. It was a real exciting first half. And hopefully we see more of the same from these Argonauts. You would switch. Really, Joshua, you would switch it up, in the second half for Montreal. I don't know. I think, listen, with Alexander coming in, you got some rust there for sure. Again, he hasn't played since week 3. So it's going to take him time to get back in the flow. He is throwing the ball well. He started off, a couple of those rush throws were really, really low, which led to the incomplete passes. I actually think he's improved as this game has gone on. I'm sure there's going to be some adjustments in the second half. The Argonauts defense have forced the rush a lot as well, which is really good to see. Anytime you can step up and force a quarterback to throw the ball, things are going to happen. So I give him a benefit of the doubt. I think you keep him going. It's early enough in the season that Montreal, they don't have to worry too bad. Of course, when we talk about Montreal, and the reason why this is such a big deal, through the first 5 games, they are 3-2, tied with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Toronto is only 1-4. So if the Argonauts win, they move to 2-4. Montreal drops to 3-3. Hamilton then with a chance to take sole possession of first place if they beat Ottawa later on this weekend. I saw Mega. I'm excited. I haven't had their ribs in a long time, so we'll have to see. Have you? What do you think of them? What's your rib review? If we take a look in the West, again, Calgary through 5 games, they're 4-1 with 8 points. So is Saskatchewan, 4-1. Winnipeg is right there, 3-1. So is BC at 3-3, and of course, Edmonton is all alone and behind. Calgary and Winnipeg, they have a game coming up tomorrow night. Calgary and Winnipeg. That is a huge game. If Winnipeg wins that game, it'll be a 3-way tie for top spot, which would be absolutely insane. Of course, going into Saturday with Saskatchewan and BC. So it is possible that we could have all teams, except for Edmonton. You could have Calgary, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and BC all tied with 4 wins after this weekend, which would be unheard of. It would be absolutely wild if that actually was to take place and look that way in the West. I think it would be super, super exciting to see. I wish the East was that competitive. Not gonna lie. When you look at points differential, which is a huge stat to really, help find how things are going. When you look at it, Hamilton point differential is plus 17. Not bad. It means they're winning some close games. They had a blowout there against Toronto, but the others have been pretty close. Montreal is a 30-point plus differential. That's huge. Toronto is minus 35 and Ottawa is minus 40. But look in the West, Calgary, a differential of plus 49. That is huge. That is a lot of points. It means Calgary is winning their games and winning big. Saskatchewan plus 22, Winnipeg plus 19, BC minus 10, and of course, Edmonton minus 52. Ouch. Minus 52. That is wild. Absolutely wild. We have seen big scores, week by week. Sometimes you see huge blowouts. Other times they are very, very close. Last week, we saw Calgary beat Saskatchewan 24-10. Ottawa just barely lost to Hamilton 23-20. Hamilton pulled that one off. And BC beat Edmonton 32-14. Of course, Toronto had the bye week and they needed it because they got sloshed by the Tiger Cats the week before, 51-38. And I'm just checking, was that the first week where we saw over 50 points scored by a single team? And it looks like it is. Anything in week 1? Nope. So the Argonauts in that last game against Hamilton, the first team to put up 51 points in a single game. The Argonauts, though, seem to have recovered. They're looking mighty fine here tonight. They found a way to play. They got that run game going on. Told what's going on. Welcome in. Go Argos. Yes, indeed. Argos are playing so much better right now. They've got the running game going. It's not a lot of yards. But it's enough yards that it's making things happen, and they got to keep doing that. Thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate that. They have to keep the run game going. Keep McMahon's legs driving, right? It is that run game that is opening up things. It's only 43 yards, but it has been a very timely 43 yards. You pick up 5 here, 10 here, that's going to start saying, oh man, we got to properly set up to defend. Now, Montreal is going to make some adjustments. No doubt. They are too good of a team not to. So they will make those adjustments, and the Argonauts are going to have to be on the lookout for that. We've already seen Davis Alexander take a couple long bombs, a couple long shots, and that is something that the Argos need to defend, and he's doing that because he's trying to set up the Montreal run game, which for the most part has not been very successful. The Argos have been defending it well. But if Montreal starts getting some deep connections, some long passes, they're going to have to now start spreading a little wide, and they can't keep rushing and pounding it in. Now, they are blitzing. They are coming. That line is moving fast. So Montreal defense has to be on their toes. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall with this Argonaut team to hear the conversations that have taken place over the last week or so. Obviously, getting walloped by Hamilton certainly spawned some conversations, and mainly around the defense, and they've changed up how they're playing. When they played Hamilton, they were allowing them to just keep getting those kind of 5 to 8 yard passes nonstop. Boom, boom, boom. Hamilton would march downfield. Toronto had no answer. They're not letting Montreal get away with that. So that is pretty good. Mega, you are number one. Go Bombers. Bombers, boy, they can be a very exciting team. If they can figure out how to get themselves going, they could be a very exciting team. And I just had a thought. All right. Let me see if this works. Let's see. Oops. I'm going to try something here. See if this redemption will still pull up and work. Having a little bit of technical difficulties in the back end, so we're just going to test that live while it's going through, and it doesn't look like it is. So if I do it down here, will this work? I apologize while I do some live testing here at halftime. All right, so that works. All right, so it's working over there. It's not working over here. All right, interesting. Good to know at least it works. The Argonauts looking to have a big second half. They got to keep their defense going, their defense moving. Yeah, Triton, it seems to be working over on the other platform that it works on, but it doesn't seem to be working on that one. So not really sure why. It is operational. So there might just be something weird going on. Wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Don't think Montreal knows they have a game tonight. Yeah, Montreal needs to kind of figure it out real quick, right? They're going to start to run at a time. Now, I'm not counting them out yet. They are a good team, and things can open up very quickly for Montreal. But right now, where Toronto's defense has struggled, Toronto's defense is actually playing really good, like really good. So great to see Toronto's defense coming through and playing the way they are right now. Again, I want to say thank you, everybody, whichever platform you're watching on, because we're on a few tonight. Thank you so much for doing what you do and supporting us the way you are. Make sure you hit that thumbs up or click the screen, wherever you're watching, however you send those likes, make sure you send those likes. But more importantly, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button, because we'd love for you to come back and watch us for more sports and gaming and all the fun stuff we have coming up. It'll be awesome. We are, like I said, going to be stepping away for a little bit as we go on a little bit of our summer vacay, but we'll get lots of action coming up. And of course, the hockey countdown is on. Cannot wait. October 8th. It all starts for the Maple Leafs October 7th. It all starts for the regular season as the Florida Panthers going to raise the banner, the Stanley Cup Championship banner, as they take on Chicago in their first game. All right, they're back on the field. It's time to play football. Thursday night ball. Let's go. Second half action. Alexander going to make his way back on the field. Let's go. It depends, Joshua. I am going to be, so we're going to a couple different spots. And what time is the game? Let me flip this one over. It depends, because it is a travel day, so it's in the evening time. So if I can get to our destination with enough time to get everything setting, I obviously won't have the big computer. I won't have the new machine. So we'd have to set it up through the old platform. The glasses are a little foggy. So it depends if I get where I need to get with enough time to set it up. So we'll see. All right. Toronto going to kick this one away. Montreal's going to get first ball to open up this second quarter. Let's go. It's in the air. The clock has started, and here we go. Montreal receives their own 20 up to the 30, to the 33, 32. And the Argos going to stop. And there's some pushing and shoving there. Little face shoves at the bottom of the pile. Davis Alexander going to get his chance to open up the second half. He's had some good tosses, one interception. Would love to see Leafs and Knights game in January. The return of Marner. Oh, you know, the boos are going to be out for that one, Joshua. The boos are going to be out for that one. Welcome back, everyone who's joining us for the second half. Hope you got your snacks, your drinks. Little bio break at halftime. So here we go. Montreal, 1st and 10 from their own 33. Little play action move there. A little fake handoff and throw it across, but it's an incomplete pass. So Montreal, that is not how you want to start the second half when you got to build some momentum. In and out of the hands here to Sneed. Sneed had it for a moment, then it dropped off. Wow. For those that are watching over on the talk, we are 99 followers away from 2,500. Thank you so much for hitting those follows. Of course, over on the tubes, we're working our way towards 29K. An incomplete pass, and Montreal going to start the second half the way the Argos started the game, with a couple incomplete passes. And just like that, it's 2 and out. They're going to have to kick this one away. And of course, over on the TW Itch, we've had a ton of new followers over the last couple of days. So thank you so much for everybody who's following and subscribing and supporting. This is going to be kicked away. Let's see what the Argos are going to do as they get this ball back. Miss Vicky's, Dallas, I'll be honest. I was never a huge fan of Miss Vicky's chips. Wind is picking up. They're setting it up. Back to kick. This one is not a great kick. It's low. It's going to squibble away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Jerry and Grant not able to pick that up. It kind of hit the 40-yard line, squibbled to the 30, and then rolls out of bounds. It's going to end up being a 51-yard kick. So Arbuckle going to come on, and they're going to get to do this one again. If the Argos gets a touchdown, it's going to be game over. Oh, my eyes, so itchy. We'll see. I don't know. It's still close. Again, you can't count out Montreal. 2, Joshua, I'd feel comfortable. 1, it's still anybody's game. So let's go. Arbuckle. He's got this team fired up. Hey, Noah, what's going on? Thank you so much, Noah. Welcome to the community. Thanks for subbing and appreciate the comment. Arbuckle set, calling the play in. Motion moving. Back, fakes a little handoff. He's looking to throw to the sideline. Easy reception. Going for a couple extra yards. It's Unger with his second reception of the game. And a first down, Argos. 19 yards. I noticed the MLB running back, Montreal running back only has 1 carry. Noah, they're just not putting the ball on the ground. They've tried running a couple of times, and the Argo defense has been very good defending the run. So they just have not been going to it. But they got to mix it up a little bit. I will say Toronto is using all of its receivers. Again, throwing this over to McMahon. Nice little catch behind the line of scrimmage. Going to run it up. Juking and jiving, picking up 5, 6, maybe 7. Making something out of nothing. Those short passes in the back of McMahon's jersey is ripped open. Get that man some duct tape. Got to patch that hole. Right in the middle of the 4. Got a little tear. 18-7, the Argonauts with the lead here. 2nd and 4 from the Toronto 51 as they're approaching midfield. Montreal's defense has been struggling here tonight. That's right, Dallas. They certainly can. Back to pass Arbuckle again behind the line of scrimmage. Meidel's going to run it up. He's going to get the first down. Argos. Move those sticks. Move those chains. Big play here for the Argonauts. Great play. Meidel is he's been clutch today. Arbuckle's been going to him a lot. He's playing that rover position where he's kind of running up either to the line of scrimmage or just over it. And some nice plays. Hey, Len, what's going on? Good to see you. Hey, kids. I appreciate that, Noah. Thank you so much. 1st and 10 again from the Argos. Little pass up to Meidel, picking up a good 5, and he gets hit hard and forced backwards. So it'll be 2nd down Argos. Looking to keep this drive going. Good ball movement. Real good ball movement. Think they're going to give him 6 yards here. A nice catch. And the takedown. He almost dropped it, actually. When contact came for the hit, he almost let it slip out, but he did a good job to grab that other hand in and hang on to it. So really, really good playing here. The Argonauts looking to keep the pressure going. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Arbuckle. Back to pass. Looking deep. He's going to throw, and the good catch and step out of bounds. Coxie is there to pick up some more. There we go. Great working. I think Montreal made a mistake when they traded Fajardo. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Joshua. I certainly don't. So a great pickup here by Coxie, and it was a quick, good eye watching him. 13 yards. The Argonauts going to move the chains yet again. Not only that, Joshua, just saying Fajardo is fun. Down to the Montreal 36. There's motion, 1 man back. There's the handover. McMahon going to run it up the middle, only going to pick up about 3. Maybe 4 with a good spot. But this time, good D by Montreal. Identify that coming. Something Toronto has actually done a really nice job of doing is they are mixing it up. And it was LeBron, who got that run, not McMahon. Toronto has been dropping a man back, using that fake handoff. They're trying to throw Montreal off guard, but that time they weren't biting on it. They weren't biting at all. All right, 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Arbuckle all alone. Looking for a long pass and a great catch again. And a couple extra yards. Meidel again is going to make the reception. 1st down. And they're going to be up to the Montreal 10 or 12. Toronto continuing to move the chains downfield. And a good rush. Meidel coming out of the backfield. Going right up the middle. A little collision there to the 20. Makes the catch and then gets pushed forward. Montreal wanted a penalty, but none given there. Love to see this. Oh, we're getting a challenge. We're getting a challenge. They want offensive pass interference. There was definitely collision as Meidel ran up. The 2 players collided. The Montreal player went down, which allowed him to pick up the extra yards. So it is. Montreal is challenging. So they're challenging the contact. So they'll review this to see if they are going to overturn it. If they overturn it, it will be offensive pass interference. It will bring the play backwards and be redone. They will lose the yardage, and they'll have to try it again from further back. So while they challenge, it's going to be a commercial break. The way I see it, it looks like incidental contact, but we'll see what the call is going to be made. And will this go the Montreal way? Montreal needs something to go their way right now, as they are certainly struggling as this game continues to play on. But hey, are we glad to see the Argonauts finding their way, or what? I feel like it's been a real tough first few weeks for the Argonauts here in this season, but man, they've got it going on right now. They've got it going on, and the mojo is just flowing. Arbuckle is making some good calls. In the first few games of the season, we've seen some not very good, we'll just say poor play calling in tough situations, play calling that just didn't make sense. Well, we haven't been seeing that today. So some good play calling, some good routes being run. Guys are hanging on to the ball. We've getting some rushing yards. So everything's coming together. And on top of that, with the offense playing well, the defense has been solid tonight. They're not giving up rushing yards. They're not giving up passing yards. The Argonauts defense is just playing a much better game tonight. Len, for some reason, it's not working tonight. Not sure why, but it's given us a bit of a hard time. So we'll have to figure that one out for sure, and see what the deal is. Although it's funny, it's working. It was working over on the vertical stream. So not sure why it's not working here. Let's actually try it over on the vertical stream. See if it's still going. Let's see if it works over on the vertical stream. And here's the review. No infraction. So Montreal is charged a timeout, no infraction, and the bot is working over on the vertical stream. So it must be because the dual stream, it can't run on both, which is weird. So it's struggling with that, but it is working over on the vertical stream. So no call. Argonauts, 1st and 10 from the Montreal 14. Let's go Argos. Back to pass. Going high to the end zone. All alone is Unger, and it's a touchdown. Argos. They do it again. The Argos do it again. There we go. We love to see it happen. Arbuckle goes end zone, and the Argos pick it up. Wow. Unbelievable. All alone, wide alone, nobody in the same time zone. And Unger picks up the TD. 14 yards. The Argonauts looking for the extra point. Getting set. This is up, and it is good. 25-7 for the Toronto Argonauts. Wow. They are in control in this game with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. They are going to commercial break. What a series of events. Wow. Hamilton broke Montreal. They certainly are looking broke. It blended. It is huge. It is so good to see. So good to see this team bringing it out. And I see in our poll up top, 56% of people picked the Argonauts to win this game, and they are doing just that right now. So excellent work here by the Argos. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Wow. Way better than I expected to see. I mean, this is CFL football. Anything can happen, and especially when you get down to the playoffs, you can never count anybody out. This is just exceptional. Way to go, Toronto. I'm in shock right now because this is totally not what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be the complete opposite of what we're seeing today. I thought Montreal would be in the driver's seat and Toronto would be sitting here going, what do we have to change? What do we have to do different? How do we get this going in? Now, Alouettes fans, you know, have no fear. You are still a solid hockey team. A hockey team. You know where my brain is at. Oh, my goodness. Solid hockey team. Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam. But you're still a solid football team. But right now, it's just not going your way. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Great job here. Really solid work the Argos are putting in. And like I said, just good routes, right? Some poor defensive choices by Montreal has opened things up. And like Unger has no business being that open. Hey, Fred, what's going on? Welcome in. So there we go. The Argonauts pull firmly ahead. They're going to kick this one away. 25-7. Montreal going to receive at their own 20 up to the 30. The 35. Argonauts going to force them back to the 30 and take them down, slamming them to the turf. So good job there by Big Hansen. Not officially one of the Hansen brothers, but with that takedown, certainly can be considered. Huge takedown. Letcher running this one up, just ran out of real estate and forced all the way back. So Montreal right now is looking for something to get them going, something to build on, right? You need to find a small play. You need to find something to continue to build on. Hey, McNally, what's going on? Welcome in. Since they lost Calvillo, that's quite some time ago. Montreal running this one up. The Argos say not on our watch. Throwing them to the turf, a pickup of about one or two. So it'll be second down Montreal. They're going to give him 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Man, Anthony Calvillo Mega was so good. I mean, he was dominant, totally dominant. 2nd and 8. Montreal's got to dig deep right now. They got to find a way of turning this second down into a first. They need a reset. The Argonauts D is full of confidence right now, and here they come. Breaking through, almost a sack. Great reception and a huge tackle. Huge couple of hits. And Montreal not able to pick up the first down. It's going to be 3rd and a couple. 5-yard pickup. A huge hit as Toronto busted through the line. And it got a hit on the QB and then a low hard hit there on the receiver. Wow. Bratton just came in with a hard tackle. Alexander brushing the turf off his elbows. He got taken down hard. Montreal getting set to punt this one away. Wow. 3rd and 3. There's the snap. It's a bad snap. The kicker had to reposition. Now he gets it away. This over to the sideline. Grant makes the catch at the 25. Nowhere to go. Gets up to the 30 and about the 33 before he's taken down. And everybody's rolling around. So Arbuckle going to make his way back on the field here. They're going to go to commercial break yet again. Holy commercials, Batman. But wow. Is Montreal struggling here? The Argonauts defense, forget about the defense, all around, this is the best football game Toronto has played this season. Now, they didn't play great against Hamilton, but they put a lot of points on the board. This is spectacular. They are putting up a ton of yards. They're rushing the ball. They're passing the ball. Good heads-up play, just all around, really solid effort here by the Argonauts, and there's still lots of more time to go. Montreal is they're having one of those off games, right? It's just not their night tonight. It's not in the cards, which is unfortunate. The good thing, though, for the fans is it's dried up quite nicely. Before, during pregame, it was raining like crazy there at the stadium, but the clouds have broken up. Doesn't look like a threat of any more rain, and it's certainly dried up. I was really worried because when the turf gets that wet, it can be dangerous, right? You get guys sliding around, but it looks like pretty good position. Ryan Hunter is the man, the guy the Argos are missing tonight. He's been placed on the 6-game injured list as he was on a scooter trying to go get treatment at BMO Field, and he actually got hit by a car. So very unfortunate situation there. You won 90 on a $5. There you go, Joshua. That's how you do it. Last year you bet Hamilton when they were down 26-8 to BC. Hamilton came back crazy. 90 on a 5 spot. That's outstanding. So Hunter, you know, he's definitely going to be missed, but this defense has figured out a way, and Bosi coming in to fill that gap has played well, and the Argonauts as a whole have played very well. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Toronto on their own 33-yard line. Motion is going to reset. Now there's a signal. There you go. Fake handoff. Arbuckle swinging to his right. Going to throw this. It's going to fall incomplete. Mayala, who one of the only receivers that has not had a reception or a ball thrown his way. That one, unfortunately, was nowhere near able to be caught as that one skipped just in front of her. So Argo's going to reset. 2nd and 10. You can tell that play just looked off. So let's get this one back up and going. 2nd and 10 from the Toronto 33. They want to keep this one rolling. Keep it going. They're set. The motion starts. Got a man back. Arbuckle steps back, staying in the pocket. Now has to run a little flip pass. No chance there for McMahon to make it. So a couple of unfortunate plays here for the Argonauts. It's going to be a 2-and-out, which we haven't seen for a while from them. Going to force 3rd and 10. So the Argonauts finally going to have to punt this one away. So this is something now for Montreal to build that momentum on. Montreal's got to start to build on that. They say, hey, defense, good job. We forced 2 incomplete passes. We forced them to scramble. Now let's turn this around. Defense did their job. The Argos are going to kick this one away. Montreal should have decent field position. They got it going on. 6:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Waiting to snap. Argos letting the clock run down a bit. There's a snap. The kick is up. This is a great kick. Holy smokes. Back to the Montreal 15. Going to turn and start working this one up. Running across field over the 20, the 25, the 30. Turning the corner to the 40, to the 50, and it's stopped. Great rush back here. Great rush back for Letcher Jr. up to the 50-yard line as they're going to go to commercial break. So Montreal now starting to do some positives, right? This is what we were afraid of. The positive things are happening. They get a quick stop, a huge kick by the Argonauts, and now Montreal running it back, able to pick up some very important yards and going to give them great field position to start with. So absolutely wild. JDA, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. And again, welcome and everybody. Thank you for watching along, whichever platform and whichever stream you are watching on. Thank you for being here as we roll it out all over the place. Lots of more football to come all summer long. Lots more baseball to come. The Blue Jays, boy, oh boy, they were crushing it. What a first half of baseball they've had. And they're looking to continue it over the next couple of weeks. Of course, trying to stay ahead of the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Red Sox have been red hot. They have climbed up out of the basement and working up that AL East. It's now a Blue Jay Yankee Red Sox race, and they're trying to hold it in front. MLB, yeah, you know what, Joshua, it's funny. I watched a few minutes of the home run derby, and it really didn't hold my interest at all. I put on the All-Star game while we were playing some Fortnite, and it was kind of meh. The bad guys too. There you go. So yeah, I just wasn't a fan. I was happy Vladdy got a hit. I was happy Kirky got a hit. A lot of social media stuff with Guerrero and Alejandro Kirk. Looked like they had a great time. Looks like they did some good things. Always putting up a good representation for the Blue Jays. And I saw during batting practice that Judge and Guerrero had a little bit of a makeshift home run derby, which was kind of fun. That, of course, ended in a tie. All right, back from commercial break. Let's get this one up and running. Montreal going to start 1st and 10 from their own 50. Back to pass. looking, going to go sideline up to midfield, picking up 6, 7, 8, reaching for the first down. They're going to be short. So it'll be second and about 1. But okay, now Montreal's rolling. They got a big defensive stop, a great kick return, and now first catch for a reception, almost picking up the first down. They're starting to build that momentum. Montreal looking at the little things. Vladdy better bring his home run. You right, Dallas? He needs to start going. He's only got, what, 12 or 13 on the year? Not too many. Montreal starting to make things happen right now. First and 10 from the Toronto 50. So they gave them the first. Back to pass to the line of scrimmage. Going to run this up for about 5. So they're going these short yardage passes, and Letcher going to receive it and run this one up. Oh, boy. I watched a lot, a bit, not impressed. Yeah, Atlanta just... something about it. You know, I don't know. I mean, baseball, I get it. Baseball is a slow sport. But something, they got to figure out a way of getting something going with that All-Star weekend. Vladdy has to wake up and earn that $500 million, right, JDA? Listen, for $500 million, I'll get in the gym and start hitting homers. Running, passing, first down, Montreal again. Tackled right at the line, so another first down. This is Montreal. We talk about building and building momentum. That's exactly what they have done. NL won 7-6, no tie in an All-Star game. If it was tied, they go to the home run derby to see. Yeah, and I know the National League jumped out to a big lead early as well. You can't hit homer. That's true, Triton. That's very true. Good point. The shoulder would not allow for it. It would not allow for it. All right. Come on, Argos defense. Let's get it back going. First and 10 from the Toronto 40. 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. And, of course, it doesn't matter what happens. Rolling, Alexander comes through, picking up close to the first down. Argos looking for a stop. Good drive here by Montreal. They're picking it up right now. Montreal, their adjustments, whatever they've got going, it's working for them. The Alouettes just steamrolling. 10 yards, another first down. Kicking this one out, moving right along. So McMahon is banged up a little bit, but he's fine. He pushes the trainer away. McMahon, excuse me. Pushes the trainer away. Says, I'm good, but he's going to go to the sideline. Have a little break. I think manager had bets against his own team. Right, Joshua? Hey, they got to make money somehow. That's true, Dallas. That is very true. All right, first and 10 again, Montreal, this time from the 30. They did it from the 50, the 40, now the 30 as they're working their way down Toronto's side of the field. McManus just walking off, making sure that knee is okay, making sure everything is set for him. Let's go. You think Coxie will hit over 67.5? Need Montreal to score quick, put some pressure on. Here they come. Montreal's going to pound the ball on the turf. Good run. They're going to pick up 7 running. That's one of the biggest rushes of the game for Montreal. So good rush there. Coxie right now is at 34 yards. 34 yards. He's got to essentially double it up. It's tough to say because they're really mixing up who they're throwing the ball to. It's E-dubs. I don't know. Here they come again. 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Alexander throws it to the line. First down and more. Up to about the 15. Rambo pushing his way through. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Montreal is down to the Toronto 16. They are ready to strike. The fans are getting it going. Oh, yeah. Len JDA Barger has been outstanding. He's impressed me so much for the Blue Jays. Marger has been great. So Rambo scooches his way up. 1st and 10 from the Argos 16. I don't have Cash App dubs. I have PayPal. My PayPal link is pinned in the message just above. But yeah, don't have Cash App. Glad you ran each one separately. Yeah, it's always tough, right? You know how I've been burned so many times in doing a parlay or something and getting burned there. All right, E-dubs, let's see if this works. Nope, that's not going to work. Darn. 2nd down, a good stop here, good stop. It won't let me grab the link. Dallas, or try one of the mods, would you mind dropping the PayPal link in there for E-dubs? It won't let me copy and paste it for some reason. Copy it from the pinned message. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. 2nd and 9 from the Toronto 15. This could be a huge stop. Bringing it back. Montreal over the top. Makes the catch. Trying to work this one through. And there's a little shot and a stop. This is going to be close. It is going to be 3rd down. They are not going to get it through. Thank you both so much. I appreciate that. And thank you, E-dubs. Been watching since the Stanley Cup Finals. Stanley Cup Finals were so much fun. All right, 3rd and 4. Are they going to go for it? They are. Montreal, 3rd and 4 from the Toronto 10. They're going to go for it. Huge stop here. Can the Argos hold them, or is Montreal going to score? Back to pass. There's the shot to the end zone, to the corner. Touchdown, Montreal. Right in the corner pocket. Oh, baby.
Touchdown!
25-13. 7 seconds left on the clock. Wow. WPG, what's up, Winnipeg golfer? Argo's going to cough it up. I hope not. I hope not. But this was a great pass. Back to the corner of the end zone. Wide open. Able to haul that one in. And gosh, you could see he was hanging on for dear life to ensure he brought that one down. Alexander to Speaker, who makes that catch. The single point is up. It's good. And that's it for the 3rd quarter through 3. It's 25-14 Argonauts. Wow. Absolutely amazing 11-point game. This could be anyone's. Kushal, how's it going? Welcome in. Awesome for Montreal. They're going to a commercial break. We're going to see what's going to happen in quarter number 4 is about to fire up. Wow. Through 3 so far. Toronto, 18 first downs. Montreal with 13. Montreal 2 for 2 on their 3rd down efficiency. Toronto 1 for 1. Total yards, the Argonauts 245, which is made up of 198 passing, 47 rushing. The Montreal Alouettes 209 yards, 164 passing, 45 rushing. Argonauts are 3 for 3 in the red zone. Montreal is 1 for 2. Possession evening itself out, 24.5 minutes for the Argos, 20.5 for Montreal. Again, that last touchdown, Alexander to Spiker for 10 yards, putting it in, and the extra point is good. What an absolute turnaround. Now, hope Toronto just doesn't run the ball. This is going to be wild. Alexander with that rush, going to put him for 19 for 28, 164 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Arbuckle going into the 4th quarter is 23 for 30, 198 yards, 2 TD passes. Meidel's up 8 receptions, 51 yards. Unger 3 for 39. McMahon 4 for 35. Coxey is 4 for 34. Brissett 3 for 22, and Daniels 1 for 17. On the other side, Spiker is 6 for 42. Rambo 4 for 37. Mack 2 for 31. Sneed is 2 for 24. Arrington is 2 for 15. Delaire is 1 for 10, and Letcher 1 for 5. The rushing, though, is where it's at. That was a big rushing segment there for Montreal to put the ball in play and work it up. But it's been McMahon who's been living it up, leading all rushers, 5 carries, 30 total yards, and a TD for the Argonauts. And they are about to get this fourth quarter up and running. Let's see what they can do. Can they keep it going? Jackson, what's up? I am good, thanks. That was huge. Well, not 1967 huge. That's really funny. Jackson, I'm doing well, thanks. Hope you're doing all right. Joshua, you would have went for 2. That would have been interesting. That would have been very interesting to go for 2. Risky? What happens if you blow it? All right, here we go. Grant going to pick it up, nowhere to go. So the Argos going to start at about the 35-yard line. Going to be interesting. The Argonauts got to get it going. The Argonauts need to make it work. And I believe they can. I believe they can. It'll be very, very exciting to see what exactly they can do. 25-14, Argonauts, 1st and 10, starting the fourth quarter with possession at their own 35-yard line. Back to pass, going to hand it off. Going to run this around to the left. They got room. There's a first down up to midfield and out of bounds. Great rush. Real big rush. 18 yards there. Is that Larson? Oh, we got flag. Holding on Toronto. That's going to negate the rush. And that's going to come all the way back. Oh, Toronto with a big rush. And a flag brings it back. You're right, E-Dubs, you called it. You called it straight up. So 1st and 20 now, going to bring Toronto back to the 25. It was LeBron who had that rush. LeBron. So let's see. 1st and 20 now at the Toronto 25. Back to pass, Arbuckle. Throwing this one out of the pocket to nobody. It's going to fall incomplete, so it's going to be 2nd and 20 now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This game just got interesting. This just got real interesting. What are they going to do? Again, thank you for watching along. Make sure wherever you're watching, you hit those follows or hit those subscribes. And don't forget the likes. 2nd and 20. Starting to get a little hairy. That's right, Blended. Here they go. Everybody in motion. Back to pass. He's going to scooch out of the pocket. He's throwing this to the corner. Out of bounds. Oh, he had Unger at the line. Couldn't hit him with the pass. 3rd and 20 from the 25. Argos are going to have to kick this one away. Going to give Montreal some decent field position. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Lots of time left on this clock. A ton of time left on this clock. Ay, ay, ay. What is this going to be? Haggerty needs to get some hang time. He needs to make sure to get a really good punt away here. Clock is ticking. Oh, whistle is down before. Lots of whistles. We get some motion at the line. What's the call? Timeout called by Toronto. They obviously didn't like something there. Called timeout last second. So they're going to reset. So they didn't have something properly organized. Yikes. Got to get back in action. Got to get this back set up and ready to go. Not a good series of plays here. So special teams coordinator making sure everything is back organized. Now they're ready to go. Again, 3rd and 20. There's the motion, the snap. Haggerty's going to put this one up. Looks like a good kick. It's going to bounce around the 40 down to the 35. Picked up. They get tripped up. Flag is down. So you got to give a little bubble. You got to give about, was it 5 yards, 10 yards before you can make a tackle. So the Argos getting in there early. So that's going to give Montreal even more yards coming up. With 13:20 to go here in the 4th, the Alouettes going to start with some great field position and a chance to make this game even closer. Wow. Yeah, Len, I think they were all kind of popping in and out, especially earlier. But yeah, it's ooh-wee. Thursday night football is not disappointing, as this is about to get real interesting. As the Argonauts don't want to blow this one up, but Montreal, they've been coming on. They were really pressing, halfway through that 3rd quarter. They were continuing to drive. And man, they just kind of opened things up right now. So Montreal, they scored. They made it. They're making it closer. They're starting to come back. Now they're going to get a chance. 50 yards on the punt from Haggerty. It was a good punt. And the return of about 7 yards. But because there's a no yards penalty, that gives them 15 yards. So it moves it from the Montreal 36 all the way up to the Montreal 51. So a bad penalty to take for the Argonauts. Gives the Alouettes some tremendous field position right now. Huge field position. That is not good. That is just not good. Sometimes you got to hold yourself back. You got to give them that space. And that 15 yards is certainly costly. Again, from the Montreal 36 all the way up to the 51. Excuse me, those 15-yard penalties are lethal. But now it's up to Montreal. Can they keep the momentum rolling? Can they find themselves back in this football game? They need to do something. Toronto trying to continue to shut the door, and they're coming back from commercial break. Let's see what is going to happen. Certainly interesting. So from the Montreal 51, there was a no yards penalty. In motion, there's a snapback. Alexander, lots of time. He's going deep, and this is going to be intercepted. McFadden makes the catch. Oh, what a game. McFadden is having his 2nd interception. Did he stay in bounds, though? Did he stay in? No, he goes out of bounds. The momentum is taking him out of bounds. He tries to put his foot down, but it's out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Montreal dodges one. Montreal just caught a break as McFadden came in for his 2nd INT, but can't get the foot in. 2nd and 10 for Alexander. Back to pass. Good defense, giving him time. He's going to rush it up. Cannot get to the first. He's taken down hard. And that's going to be 3rd down, Montreal. They cannot capitalize. Huge defense by the Argonauts. Wow, they needed that. Montreal tried to go deep. It was picked off, but out of bounds. So, Montreal catches lucky. Then Alexander doesn't see a target he likes, elects to run this one. To me, this kind of looks like a bit of a design play. He rushes it up. He sees the room, but can't get there. Takes one big pop and then is brought down hard. A 5-yard rush. And then Casey going to take it down. Montreal going to kick this one off. Grant is racing over to the sideline. Can't get it. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 10 or 12-yard line. So the Argonauts going to have to get themselves something to do. B. Disney, welcome back. What a score change. Yeah, B. Disney. It has been a game. There you go, Len. Not sure if you're still in here. B. Disney, Len was asking about you earlier. Things are changing. Looking like a first-year QB. Yeah, and that's to be expected, right? Again, the guy hasn't played since week... Oh. What's the call? So I'm not sure. I couldn't understand. I missed the beginning of the call. Is it unnecessary roughness? Alexander ran up. Oh, they're challenging it. I see. Because there were no flags at the time. So they're challenging for unnecessary roughness. So hang on. What is happening here? So 1st and 10. Okay, that was weird. 1st and 10 for Toronto from the Toronto 26. Back to pass. Arbuckle, look out, in trouble. A little flicker. Can't get it over to McMahon in time. So there was an illegal hit on the kickoff, which turned it around, an illegal punt. So I got to say to the broadcaster, you kind of pooched that call, missed some big things that were going on the field. But this was, again, good defense here by Montreal. Montreal able to cover it up. Chandler, hello, unnecessary roughness. Love it. 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10 for Toronto. They have not been able to get anything going their last couple. Back to pass. Arbuckle looking. He's sack-a-lacked again. Huge play by Montreal. Arbuckle goes down. Oh, my goodness. The defense just too strong. Just too strong. Another sack by Montreal. And wow. I'm floored right now. I'm absolutely floored right now. Spectacular playing. Spectacular playing by Montreal defense. They've got all the momentum right now. Toronto again at their own 19 have to punt this one away, and Montreal again is going to have really good field position. But this is a huge punt all the way back to the 35. Montreal going to start to return to the 40. Can't get to the 50. Bounces off one. Now to the 50. Up to midfield at the 55 and taken down. Phenomenal field position here for Montreal. Oh my goodness. But don't take them out. Don't take them out. They're going to go to commercial break. We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. Unbelievable. 10 minutes to go. All the momentum swinging to Montreal's way. The Alouettes are just crushing this right now. Wow. Wow. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding, folks? The Argonauts, who dominated the first half, the Alouettes really have been dominating the second half, really from halfway through the third quarter. And the defense has just stepped up in a mighty big way. A mighty big way. I'm absolutely shocked right now at how well these guys are doing. Really, really, really good football. Really, really, really good football. All right, Joshua, take it easy, buddy. Appreciate you. Holy smokes. 25-14, and Montreal is looking to put this pressure on. It's like, folks, it's an 11-point game. That's it, 11-point games. If they score a TD, you almost have to go for two. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but Montreal is certainly looking to put themselves in a real solid position. Wow. Wow. Can you believe? I can't believe it. I cannot believe what we are seeing from this Alouette team. How resilient is this Alouette team? I mean, they are not sitting down. They did not let this kind of fall apart. They continued to press. They continued to push. This is just so impressive. So impressive. All right, let's see as they come back. How are they going to continue to play? What are they going to continue to do? Montreal from the Toronto 54, back to pass, running, can't tackle. Nice pass, it's caught. First down, Montreal and more. Oh boy. As Alexander had to scramble in a hurry, was able to elude the tackle and was able to get a first down out of it. Hey, Karen, what's going on? Welcome in, Karen and Ken. Only got 3 hours of sleep last night. Oh, you sound like me, Joshua. Well, rest up, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend. So another first down for Montreal as they are flying right now. The Alouettes have taken flight. Back to pass. Alexander turns to his right, turns to his left. Good throw. Picked up another first down and more. To the 20, to the 10, to the 5. And the Argos finally bring him down at the 3-yard line. Oh my goodness, as the Alouettes just find a way. They find a way. First and goal, Montreal. Come on. Come on, Argos. You guys are stressing me out. I feel like I need to eat something. You know, you're making me emotionally eat. Unbelievable. Parrish almost got his fingertips on it. This was a great reception by Spiker, who just got his hands up. And here they go. First and goal from the 3. Handing it off. Gonna run it up the middle. In there for a touchdown. It's a major for the Montreal Alouettes as they make this interesting. Oh my goodness.
Touchdown!
Montreal says, don't call it a comeback. We've been here the whole time. 25-20. Now, if I'm Montreal, I think you got to go for 2. I think you got to go for 2 and make it a 3-point game. Wow. Eat an ice cream. I will be Disney. We did a little Baskin Robbins stop yesterday. It was so good. I haven't had little Baskin Robbins ice cream in a long time. Of course, had to do the 2 scoops. Little pralines and cream and a little gold medal ribbon. Here they are, back to pass. They're going for 2, and it's knocked down. Huge play by the Argonauts. Huge play. Mack was there, and the Argonauts get the hand up to deny the 2-point conversion. Holy smokes, they're going to go to commercial break. 8:24 to go. We got a ball game. That play is going to end up being massive as Montreal goes for the 2-point convert, which made it a 3-point game, which would have made it a 3-point game. The Argonauts able to get a hand up and knock it down, which means no points on the conversion. Argonauts with a 5-point lead, which means Montreal will need to score another touchdown to take the lead. Another field goal will not be enough. Holy smokes, it is not over yet. E-dubs, not at all. Montreal has all the momentum right now. Toronto has to find a way to hang on and get some possession time. They need to get that possession time. Ben & Jerry's New York Super Fudge Chunk. Sounds good, Triton, but I heard some things about Ben & Jerry's that really bothered me, and so I'm not supporting Ben & Jerry's right now. Not to get onto it on stream, but I heard some things that really disappointed me, so I will not support them anymore until I hear differently. But listen, anytime you talk about fudge and chunks and chocolate, so good. I can't wait. Actually, as part of when we're away, when we're up on vacay, there's a place we're going to go to that has the best soft ice cream twist cones. They're massive and they're so good. And I'm hoping they're still open because I'm craving a good twist cone. All right, coming back from commercial break. What are the Argos going to do? They have to figure something out. If you're a Montreal fan, you are in a good mood right now because the Alouettes storming for the comeback. But the Argonauts, with that deflection on the 2-point convert, that does good things. It's a 5-point ball game right now. This is going to be kicked back to receive. Here comes Jerry and Grant. Up the middle of round 1. Still going. Trying to get through. Taking a hard hit. He's brought down at about the 35. Angry Tater, what's going on? Welcome in. Eddie's. I don't know Eddie's. Triple fudge brownie, though. That sounds delish. We used to have an Eddie's up here by us, but it was unless it's pronounced Edie's. We had an Eddie's here, and it was like a steak place. It was so good. So, any thoughts on Marner going to Vegas? You call it, Len? Yeah. The NHL's worst kept secret. Listen, good for him. He's getting the money he wants. Maybe he'll perform better there. You know, he certainly looks like a big weight has been lifted off his shoulders, so we wish him the best in his future endeavors. Little pass, Argos going to pick up the first down and step out of bounds. First down the Argos have had in a few possessions, so that's a good thing, and it's going to be Meidel again who gets that ball. Able to move it forward. Good to see. It's what the Argos need to do. They had, was it 3 2-and-outs in a row? So nice to see they pick up at least a first down. Moving the chains up to the Toronto 48. 1st and 10 here for the Argos. Let's go. 9 catches, 63 yards for Kevin Meidel. Motion, the snap, they're going to hand it off. McMahon stopped, not able to run it. He picks up about 2, getting up to the 50-yard line. He's a little slow to get up. He's clutching his left side. Maybe had the wind knocked out of him. But yeah, he's still holding his midsection, wincing. He's had a very important piece of this game. Certainly don't want to see him suffer any injury that's going to take him out. But let's see if Toronto can get things back up and moving. This will be a very important possession here for the Argonauts. They are up 5, and they're trying to eat up time. The Toronto Indy takes place Sunday at noon. If you're a race car fan, the Indy is always a good time in Toronto. A tough street course, always fun to see. That'll be Sunday. Again, we'll be in transit, so I probably won't get a chance to touch in and take a look. So he's still down on the field. 2 trainers over top of him. His right hand is kind of over his groin area. Certainly don't want him to be out, miss any time. The Argos suffering so many injuries. But again, if you're just tuning in, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you tap that like button, hit that thumbs up for us. It's free to do, and it helps us out so much. And make sure you hit that follow button or hit that subscribe button, depending on where you're watching. Enjoying our community. We got football, we got baseball, we got hockey coming up in the fall. Can't wait. And of course, we got some gaming going on over on our gaming channel and on some of the other platforms here. So thanks for supporting everything we do. We love to bring you guys the excitement and the entertainment of watching sports together. The good news is he's up on his feet. McMahon is walking his way off, still kind of holding his left arm down. And yikes, not good to see. All right, here we go. Argonauts in action. McMahon is on the sideline. Arbuckle sending the receivers in motion. There's a snap back to pass. Looking deep, going deep, all the way deep, and it's dropped in and out of the hands of Daniels. In and out of the hands. That was a tough reception. He was in double coverage. Arbuckle going deep and still almost got there. Still almost got there. Mara, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Oh my goodness. Right there. The hands were on it. It was there. It was there. Over the shoulder. Tried to go down. It just hit the Montreal's hand and deflected it away enough. Wow. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Toronto's going to have to punt this one away, which means Montreal gets the ball. It's going to be with about 6.5 minutes to go. Montreal bobbles it. They bobble it. It's a loose ball. Everybody is piling up. Who has it? I think Montreal is going to recover. It was bobbling. The receiver couldn't get it to sit, and it popped free, but Montreal, wow, they're going to recover. Crazy, just keep giving it back. I know, this is nuts. It was in the chest, off the hands, off the face mask. Bobbled it up top over the head, bobbled it again. Then the hit came in, the ball pops loose. Harris misses it. And then a Montreal didn't catch the number. comes over on the other side and was able to smother it. Holy smokes. Montreal is getting the hockey bounces right now. They are getting the bounces. So we got 6:18 to go. Toronto has a 5-point lead, 25-20. Montreal going to hand it off, going to run it for about 6 yards. Again, this is one of those moments in the game where Montreal wants to work their way downfield. They kind of want to use as much of the 6 minutes as possible, because if they do get the score, they don't want to have enough time on the clock for Toronto to come back the other way and potentially get a score. So this is where Toronto's defense needs to be huge. Right? You can get hockey bounces in any sport, right? Going to run it again up the middle. First down, Montreal and more, spinning around. Nice little run. Thies is going hard. He's picking up some important yards as they move the chains again. 1st and 10, Montreal. Argo fans. Oh boy. Oh boy, a great spin move. That was a Madden spin move for sure. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 5 minutes to go. Now clock is ticking. Here's the snap to Alexander. He's going to pass this one. He's running back, drawing the defenders to the line of scrimmage, and it is caught but forced out of bounds. So no yards pick up there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. To be honest, I did not see much enthusiasm that Panthers won the cup. There was a pretty good party in Florida, Len. And I will say social media, I mean, there was a lot of parties going on. It was cool. But yeah, I think around the rest of the league, things were pretty tame. And I did get my Panthers championship hat. Is gorgeous. All right, 4:20 to go for the Montreal 33, 2nd and 9. First down, Montreal and more, up to the 48. Up to the Montreal 48, first down. They're keeping it moving. Mack with the catch. Yeah, it updates. It doesn't update in real time. It kind of, every time it refreshes. That's why I'll keep repeating the time. 3:47 to go now. 3:47 to go. Montreal at the 48. Setting it up. Back to passes Alexander again. Lots of time. Holy smokes, he's going way deep. He's got a man. Oh, there's some contact. Looking for that pass interference. The official right away says no. Incomplete pass. Wow. So 3:28. They were looking, fishing for a pass interference call. It does not come. This was going way deep. You know what? Upon review, I agree. I think the Montreal player kind of reached into the Argonaut player looking for contact. I agree. I don't think that was a penalty. Back to pass again. Cutting across the middle. Received. First down, Montreal. 1st and 10 again, and we are at the 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. Alexander is starting to pick the Argos defense apart. They were running the ball, now throwing it in 3rd and 9. First down, Montreal. They're going to go to commercial break here. It's the 3-minute warning, and the Alouettes have themselves in spectacular field position as they're looking to make this move and continue to drive the ball up. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, it was a good catch. You know, when I first saw it, I thought pass interference. The Argonaut player did kind of have his arm out. But when you look at the Montreal player kind of ran out and he kind of threw himself into the Toronto player. So I think that's why no pass interference was called. Hey, Junior Smile, what's going on? Montreal certainly working it right now. They are looking real good. Again, as a Panthers fan, but I did not see a lot of interest this year. they won the cup again. Yeah, I think, Len, you get that from a lot. Well, not a lot. It doesn't happen. The team wins back to back. A lot of hate for the Panthers. But anytime you win back to backs, it's cool. It was the same when Tampa went back to back. It was kind of like, yay. There wasn't a ton. I think if you would have had, one of the more popular teams, the Rangers, Toronto, there'd be a lot of joy from Leaf fans, but a lot of hate going around. I think you would have seen more of a bigger deal made for sure. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I would tend to agree with you. First one, definitely some more hype around the league and everywhere else. All right, Montreal with the momentum, looking to keep pushing this one. Montreal trying to get it going. Why do you feel bad for the Panthers fans? Because their ticket prices are probably going to go through the roof. Back-to-back cups going to jack those prices up. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. They have that core, that group locked up long term. They could be a threat for many, many years to come. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Montreal from the Toronto 49. Rolling to the right. Long pass. This is going to be complete. The 10, the 5. Oh, and they fumbled it. Loose ball. Toronto picks it up. He's going to be downed in the end zone. Oh, whoa. What is this call going to be? Because it looked like Montreal was in first, and they say it's Toronto ball. Oh, my God. A huge pass. Montreal had it, running it into the end zone, and it was knocked free. Was this knocked by the rookie Slywaka again? And it is punched out before he crossed the line. He did not have it. It looked like in the end zone, the Montreal player, Spiker, recovered it, but he didn't actually have possession. It slid underneath his body. He did not have football control. And so that was picked up by McFadden, who couldn't bring it out, but he's tackled in the end zone. So Montreal will pick up a single point here. Oh, my goodness. So a fumble at the goal line. Toronto able to recover. Yeah, right, Mega. He was trying to run this in. The rookie comes over the top. The ball was knocked loose. The Montreal player did not recover it. He fell on it, but he did not have possession. The ball slid underneath him between his legs, and Toronto recovers to bring this one out. So they don't get the single. So it is a turnover here. So it's considered a touchback. I'm not sure why they didn't get a single point here. Because he was tackled in the end zone, they automatically move it up and start at the 30-yard line. But Montreal should get a point here, if I'm not mistaken. What a crazy turn of events here for the Argonauts. I mean, they were here. Montreal had it all alone. All he had to do was walk in, but the rookie come and dropping the hammer to knock the ball loose. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Argonauts. They missed the first play as they were at replay. Arbuckle looking. He's in trouble. He is going to be taken down. The ball popped loose. The ball squirts free. And it's going to be Montreal's ball. Montreal recovers the fumble. And they have possession now at the Toronto. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Arbuckle, you had one job to do. One job to do. And it's going to be Darkman who comes away with it. Hey, Red, what's going on? So all of that just transpired. Montreal drop ball in the end zone. Argos recover. Argos drop the ball here, and Montreal recovers. Arbuckle, what are you doing? Protect the football. Jose, this is crazy. Crazy. Turnovers on both sides. The line just completely overwhelms the Argonauts. They collapse around Arbuckle. Arbuckle holds the ball out loose. He's taken down. And so Montreal gets the ball back at the Argos 21. Here's Alexander. Going to throw this, the 20, the 15, to the 10, and it's a first down, Montreal, with 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go as Rambo, I believe, is going to run this one up. Oh, whoa, what a football game. What a football game. This is why you always wait till the end. It's not over till it's over. First and goal, Montreal. 2 minutes to go. The Argos had this in their pocket, and they've let Montreal from the second half of the third quarter all the way to now. First and 10 from the Toronto 10. Alexander back. He's going to run it himself. He's got daylight. He scores. And he grabs the hamstring. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Montreal scores. Alexander, he tells his teammates, no, don't jump. He grabs the hamstring. This is not good news. He's had hamstring and leg issues. They're going to go for 2 here, and he's hobbling. Alexander has hurt his leg again. He runs this one in. That's what kept him out for the last several weeks. He runs this in and immediately grabs the back of his hamstring and hobbles this one in. And as the Alouettes are coming up to celebrate, he says, no, hang on, hang on. He's staying in the game right now. They're going for 2. The trainers were coming out on the field. Now they're kicking them off. And the trainers were already coming on, so I think they have to pull them out now. Bethel Thompson might be coming into this game. Nope, they're going to let him stay. So they're going for 2. Holy smokes. Montreal takes the lead 26-25. They're going for 2. Alexander leading the comeback. He's going to throw it. Oh, it's a drop ball. In and out of the hands. It's a dropped ball. So no conversion. Montreal has a 1-point lead. It was a bullet catch, a bullet throw, and he had it in his hands. And now Alexander is on the turf as his leg is in some serious pain. He's down on the turf. This game is not over, folks. Montreal has all the momentum, but they're only up by 1. So Toronto, if they can bring this downfield, they only need 1 to tie. Well, how do you get a single point? If the Argos can get it within 50 yards, they can punt it through the end zone for a single point to tie it up. That's right, Jose. Exactly what we talked about earlier. Oh, my goodness. This is wild. What a football game, folks. The Argonauts, who were in firm control. Montreal, Alexander leading the comeback. Alexander grabbing the hamstring. He's going to be in trouble. The trainers now come up. He's going to come off the field. Oh boy, oh boy. 26-25. Nick Arbuckle has 1 minute and 26 seconds to work with. Lots of time to work with. It's going to be kicked off, so the Argos going to get a chance to receive. And boy, let me tell you, if Jerry and Grant ever decided a time to wake up for a big return, that time would be now. The Argonauts have a chance. 146. That's a lot of time, and I think they still have some timeouts. Ooh, boy, this is interesting, folks. Montreal going to put this in the air. Grant is going to receive at his 10. Here we go. Looking to go to the sideline, to the 20. Trying to turn the corner. He can't. He turns around. He gets hit hard. So the Argos are going to have a lot of field in front of them. They're going to start from their own 20. Argos are going to start from the 20. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Let's go. This Kirlarhu's longest field goal, about a 50-yarder, maybe about a 52, 53. Going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Argos, 138 to work with. Not a whole lot of time. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Make sure you hit those subscribes or follows. Arbuckle back to pass, going sideline route. It's caught, and that's going to be a first down, Argonauts. Brissett going to make the catch. Calling the plays as they're going to hustle up to the line. Going to get this one going. Argos, lots of conversations. Setting it up at their own 33. Back to Arbuckle, looking, he's going to pass it quickly. Picking up a couple of yards. Just go down, Brissett. They're just going to go short yardage, try to work this one up. Continue to work it forward. Montreal with a 1-point lead. Huralarhu is kicking into the net. Here they go. 2nd and 5 for Toronto. Going to throw. This is caught. First down, Toronto and more to the 50 and out of bounds. Meidel with a big pickup. Big play here by the Argos. First down, and they get it up to the 50. So at what point do you get into field goal range and you just start running the ball? You don't want to turn it over. At the Toronto 52. They're about 20 yards away from field goal range. Let's see, the Argos, 1:11 to go. Arbuckle, back to pass. Going to go to midfield, spinning around, trying to fight him off. Coxey is forced back. Now he's going to step out of bounds. Grabbed the jersey and couldn't break free. He was trying to swat the hand away. Yeah, Meidel has had a great game. He certainly has had a huge game for Toronto. Your daughter's there for her first game. Amazing. I hope she's having a great time. So up to the Toronto 54, 2nd and 8. Big play here. 2nd and 8, 1:02 to go. 1:02 to go. Huge play right here for Toronto. Oh my goodness. It's super loud in there. There's the snap. Arbuckle looking. Here they come. Arbuckle unloads it. It's deep. It's picked off. Interception, Montreal. They're going to take a knee. Montreal takes the knee. Arbuckle got absolutely flambéed as he tosses up a prayer, and Montreal comes up with a huge interception. A huge interception. Now let's see. Will Toronto challenge for a roughing the passer? This just came around the corner. Nobody's slowing him down. Arbuckle launches it, and he just gets hammered hard. And it is okay. It's being reviewed. It's being reviewed for roughing the passer. This call right now is going to determine the game. It's hard to see. I don't know. Does the helmet make contact to the face? He leads with the helmet. He leads in with the helmet. This very well could be called roughing the passer. Oh, goodness. This is going to be interesting to see what the replay judge calls here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. This is a tough one because he came in, the hands came in underneath, but he led forward with contact with the helmet. So this is going to be interesting. And that's kind of what they're talking about at the Montreal sideline, saying the helmet. This is going to be tough. This is totally open for interpretation here. The way I see it, I see him coming in first. Now he's going in for the tackle. Hey, Toronto Maple Leaf fan, what's going on? Let's go Argos. Argos need some help from the officials here. I wish there was a reverse angle. He has the hands up, but he dips the helmet in. Here's the call. No roughing the passer. Are you kidding me? So Toronto has charged their timeout. Montreal gets possession. Montreal catches another break. You can't lead with your helmet dipping in. I don't like this call. but you can't dip your helmet in. It was a great interception, a great catch. No issue there. But I don't like the dipping the helmet in to lead with the hit. Montreal going to run this one up. There's a quick takedown. Second down. Toronto needs a stop here. Evans comes in at quarterback. So Evans comes in at quarterback. 48 seconds. Montreal needs at least one first down. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Toronto had this one in the bag and they blew it. Great credit to Alexander and the Montreal Alouettes for this huge comeback. They're going to put it down. A big stop here. Again, going to force it. And some other shenanigans going on behind the play. So Montreal, it's third down. So they're going to kick this one off. You'll be at the Argo game next week. Sweet. Have fun. So not going to be enough time. So Argos will get the ball back. They have no timeouts. So Jerry and Grant will get this reception. He's going to need to have one heck of a run back. Toronto, do you have good seats? Are you sitting in the end zone within the fan section, or are you sitting more in the middle? All right. So clock is running down. 20 seconds, now to 15. 9 seconds. There's the kick. Let's see what Grant can do. Makes the catch. He's going to run this one up. Grant nowhere to go. He's taken down. Special teams ends it. The Montreal Alouettes come back and stun the Argonauts. They shock the Argos. The Argos, who were in the lead in this game. Alexander in his return comes back and gets the win. Alexander now ties McManus to go 8-0 to start his career. Alexander into the record books. What a comeback. Are you kidding? I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. The scoring of this game, back and forth. I mean, this was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, what a play by Montreal. Outstanding, outstanding work by the Alouettes. Let's break this one all down. When we take a look at it, it started the end of the first, we were tied 3-3. In the second, we were 4-4. And then Coxey scores a touchdown to make it 11-4. McMahon, a rush for another touchdown, makes it 18-4. We end the half at 18-7. We start the third quarter with a touchdown, Arbuckle to Unger, to make it 25-7, right? At 9:18 of the third quarter, it was 25-7. Well, that's when Montreal took over. They marched all the way downfield. Alexander completes a pass for a touchdown to make it 25-14. That would start the comeback. Then in the fourth quarter, a rushing TD to make it 25-20. Again, the 2-point conversion failed. And as we just saw, with 1:49 to go, Alexander rushes it in to make it 25-26, and they hang on to win. Thanks for the play-by-play. An American but had money on Montreal. Oh, you're very welcome, Angry Tater. I hope you'll join us again. It's always a good time. Sam, I did not expect it at all. A epic collapse in Toronto fashion, the way they do. The Argonauts blow it for another loss on the year. Each team, 21 first downs, third down efficiency. Argos go 1 for 1. Montreal 2 for 2. Total yards for the Argos, 291, made up of 242 passing, 49 rushing. Montreal ends up with 303. passing yards, 85 rushing yards for 388 yards. They were unstoppable in the second half of the third quarter and the fourth. 3 for 3, the Argos go in red zone attempts. Montreal goes 3 for 4. Penalties, 3 on each team. Time of possession ends up almost equal. 31 minutes for the Argonauts, about 29 minutes for Montreal. I'm still in shock over what just transpired. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe, Jose. I appreciate it. Welcome into the community. Cheese Wheel, what's going on? You're welcome. You're stressed. It was pretty stressful for sure. You had the game under 51 and a half. Oh boy. That is pretty epic. All right, Arbuckle goes 28 for 40, 242 yards, 2 TDs and an interception. Davis Alexander in his return game, 26 for 39, 303 yards, a TD and an interception. Meidel goes 10 receptions for 77 yards. Unger 3 for 39. Brissett 5 for 38. Coxey 5 for 36 and a touchdown. You know, they didn't go back to him much more, only 36 yards for him. McMahon 4 for 35. The Montreal side, Spiker goes 9 for 129 yards with a TD and a fumble. Rambo goes 5 for 48. Mack 3 for 46. Sneed 3 for 37. It was just wild. Rushing side, McMahon 7 for 32. And for the Alouettes, Thies goes 6 for 40. Alexander himself went 3 for 23. And of course, re-injured that hamstring. We'll have to see what he looks like coming up next week. No sacks for the Argos, which is a little bit of a surprise. Derek Slyka had a great game for the rookie. McFadden had a stellar game. He had an interception, almost had 2 interceptions, but Tarvaris McFadden, a spectacular game for himself, and was very cool to see. For Montreal, an interception for Renato, who also had 5 sacks. Sutton had 5 sacks as well. Not sacks, excuse me, tackles, 5 tackles each. Beverette had 4. Decoy had 4. We had sacks from Edinemi Berglund, from Ugok, each with a sack. Caden Arku had a sack as well. 3 sacks for Montreal. Liam Hillerarhu, 1 field goal attempt, 1 field goal made, goes 3 for 3 with the extra points. Maltos goes 2 for 2 for the field goal, 1 for 1 for the extra points. Haggerty, 6 punts, 322 yards, his longest 68 yards. Zima goes 6 for 269. His longest was 51. Jerry and Grant, 4 returns for 51 yards, kick returning, punt returning. He only went 2 for 23. Letcher Jr. goes 2 for 46, and Thies goes 2 for 41 on the kick return. The punt returns, Letcher goes 3 for 67. Jerry and Grant, really need to see him step up and get going. You paid them. That's right, Triton, exactly. I was stressing there for a while. I was really stressing. But hey, listen, Montreal can't take away what they did. An absolute epic comeback for the Montreal Alouettes. I mean, wow, that was amazing. Your game called. Oh, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that very much. We like to have a whole lot of fun with what we do. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. Again, thank you to the mods on all platforms. Mods, you guys crush it each and every stream. So we appreciate you so very much. Don't know when we'll be back, when our next stream will be. We're going to be on the road for a little bit. So make sure you've subscribed. If you're on the tubes, make sure you have your notifications set. Make sure you're following everywhere else so you know when we go live. Razor, how's it going? Boatman needs some help. Yes, they do. And I thought this was the turnaround game. I thought this was going to do it for them. They just couldn't make it happen. All right, where are we? 10:34. It's never too late for some frozen pizza. Let's warm up some pizza and eat our feelings away. No, don't do that. That's bad. Have an amazing rest of your week. That's right, Jonathan. On the road again. It was a very entertaining game, Mega. Very entertaining. Wow. I'm still in a little bit of shock. Have a great rest of your weekend, or rest of your week, and a superior weekend. I hope you all have a lot of fun. We'll see you again very soon. From all of us here at the Sam Welby 12 Experience, go Argos, go. We'll get them next time. Karen, thank you. Have a great night. Everyone have an amazing night. We'll see you real soon. Take care, everyone. Good night. Whoop, it didn't like that. Let's do that again, shall we?